Happy new football year, Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans. I'm your host, Harry the Greek. Welcome to the Over and Under. Tonight, we're going to be able to take comments, questions, and you can actually call in to tonight's show. You can reach us at 727-320-5866, 727-320-5866. Tonight, we're going to have Mr. Peter Blake from the Sports Web. How about that? And later on this evening, possibly Mr. Raymond Kennedy from A Cup of Ray. Give me about 30 seconds. Join us live. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for waiting. Look what just appeared so quick.
What's going on, guys? How you doing? You're ready for this new football year? We got breaking news coming right out of the chute here. It must be good news, actually good news for Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy.
Oh, my God.
Who will be joining us here in just a little bit.
Should he break it, or can we just say that he actually broke it?
We'll let him just expound on it, if you will. Of course, if you don't know who I am, I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And, of course, the luck of the Irish must be on the Bucs side at this point, because according to Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network, the Bucs are re-signing kicker Ryan Succop to a 3-year deal worth $12 million.
That's what you get when you beg for the leg.
6.25 guaranteed per source, and he gets 8.25 over the first 2 years. Again, the rest of that story is going to be on Bucs Report. So once again, the Bucs getting it done, getting one of their own in the fold. Ryan Succop re-signed, and I know Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. I can't believe it.
They signed Ryan Succop before they signed Ndamukong Suh.
Right.
I told everybody that was probably one of their most important signings. Yes, throw rocks at me, throw beer bottles. But guys, listen, ladies and gentlemen, he scored 1/3 of the points for this football team this year. I think these Tampa fans really forget what it's like to have a really, really bad kicker, especially when you have to draft one. I mean,
I think there's a lot of Tampa fans out there right now that are just doing this, once again, relieved, because now you're not talking about kicker.
They paid him $4 million a year.
Well, they paid him a lot more than I thought they were going to pay him. I thought it was going to be at least 3 to 3.5, and it's 4.
Something. So, Cairo Santos of the Chicago Bears just signed a $9 million deal.
Oh, really?
Yes, he did, for 3 years. And you know what? That's pretty good. You know, I'm going to tell you right now, I love Tampa's kicker.
Mm-hmm.
You beg for that leg, you got that leg.
I agree.
So how are they going to sign Suh, Peter?
They're going to restructure some deals, and if not, then they're going to move on, and that will be their need. And what do you guys think about it? Go ahead and give out the number here.
727-320-5866. It's 727-320-5866. Don't get confused, though. That's my prefix.
No.
I'm kidding, Frank. I'm kidding.
That's all right. So we got some comments here. You want to read some of these comments, and
Absolutely.
Then we'll get it started here. I'm a comment guy.
Matt Colson gives me the handshakes. Tommy Horvath, welcome to the show. Who's left to sign? Peter, who is it?
We got Suh left to sign. You got AB, and then possibly those are the big guys, and Fournette, of course. And we've heard recent rumors here that would suggest that Fournette could possibly be signing here any day because he's mulling over some offers.
I heard Seattle's
the Patriots. Maybe.
I hear Seattle's looking for an old breaking downfield type of back. And he would fit very well over there.
Yeah, no,
I agree.
I agree.
He's looking. He wants to be a 3-down back. He knows he's not the type of running back. Look, Tampa Bay is not going to go crazy if they lose Leonard Fournette.
Mm-hmm.
You still have the victim of volume, as Peter would say.
I love it.
Okay, and you have Keyshawn Vaughn, and you can sign one in free agency for 1/3 of the money.
I agree.
You can, because honestly, I do not see. Knock on wood.
Well, knock on this right here, but
no, real
don't
wood.
knock
no,
it.
Real wood.
Right.
Because I really hope that he can stay healthy this year, because he could have had 1,300 yards this year.
I agree.
No, he really could have.
I agree.
He is a 3-down back.
He
Stop
is a 3-down.
Stop with that. Stop with the speculation.
Well, I think what people are trying to look at is that he needs to catch the ball consistently. He needs to block better and pass protection. I mean, those are kind of the bugaboos. But
hold on. A little loud.
It is a little bit loud. Let's go out to Matt Colson here from Oklahoma City. Welcome.
Hi, Matt. How you doing tonight? Thanks for calling the over under.
Yeah, caught your show for a change. How about that?
It sounds great. Hey, Matt, I want you to do me a favor. Speak into the phone a little bit. I don't know if the people on Facebook and YouTube and all the other platforms we're on could actually hear you or not. So I would love for someone to make a comment. Can you guys hear Matt Colson? How about it, Teresa? Can you hear Matt talking? Go ahead, Matt.
Is it better now?
Oh, I can hear you
I think
perfect.
it's better. Yeah.
I just hope that they can hear you.
Yeah. Matt's phone is always low. I don't know why.
Johnny Dean says he can't hear Matt. You can't hear Matt at all?
I'm working sign language. I don't know if you're familiar or not. I got the little bubble on the side, the guy doing the arms and stuff, whatever.
Huh.
Let me just ask you a question real quick, and you can throw me off, and I'll watch it.
Why don't you scream into
No,
it? Go ahead.
he's too low. That's what it is. So I just need to turn his volume up a little bit.
You know, Matt, I want you to hold on just for a second, okay? I'm going to go to a 30 people, so just take a second. I just have to go to my soundboard. Just give me 1 second, okay? Guys, you stay on the phone and don't leave. I am coming right back in 30 seconds. I'm going to turn the gain up on my board. Hi, Matt.
Hey, better?
I can hear you just fine. I hope somebody out there can hear you as well. Can you not hear him at all, or is it just very low, Mr. Johnny Dean? Matt, go ahead and talk.
I'm here.
What's your question?
Well, what happened with Sue? I thought we were done with him. He was supposed to close yesterday evening by the end of business or something. We talked about last night in the year-end special. About we expected it by lunch today. And I haven't heard so much as a flutter on it. I was wondering if there was any.
I think the priority, Peter, was Ryan Suckup.
Well, again, and they're trying to figure out how much money they have to spread around. We've seen this Tampa Bay team be able to do this the last couple of days, so I wouldn't fret it. But of course, you're going back to the report from NFL Network and other outlets that kind of said that basically Sue is going to be the guy that's going to be signed here eventually. So if they're not getting it done now, eventually they'll get it done in the next couple of days. And if not, then they'll just move on. But I think they'll definitely get it done. And I think we just haven't heard anything recently about the Bucs getting it done.
I think Ndamukong Suh wants more money than what he's actually worth.
It's better. Somebody said it's better. So there you go.
I just turned up his level a little further. Matt, I'm really sorry if you're talking and you hear yourself in an echo. Just try to hold it away from your ear a little bit. I had to turn the gain up. It's still the trials and errors of this, this new show,
new
that I
phone,
have, and the new phone and everything else. It's been kind of weird. What else you got?
Well, that was basically the main question I had. I'm still wondering. I don't know where you're at on this. I know you don't want AP to show up.
No. We're not even going there. We're not even going there. The Adrian Peterson is for Rick Hughes' show.
Well, I mean, look,
I'm kidding.
It just depends on what you do with the Leonard Fournette, right? Because we heard the other report was out there from Adam Schefter that, they would be interested in James White. But I honestly think that's a plan B if you don't get Leonard Fournette. How many people are surprised at this juncture?
Guys, why do we need 20 running backs? You draft a running back this year in the third or fourth round.
But we don't have a running back on the bench.
Where?
If you lose Leonard Fournette, then you need another running back. That's when you go with the James White.
Why can't we draft one?
Well, you just drafted one last year.
Perfect. Now he's groomed. He had his trial and error. He had his oopsies. Keyshawn Vaughn is going to be a really good running back in the National Football League. I'd love to hear what you guys' opinions are on this. Please leave a comment about it.
Yeah.
But people are forgetting about Keyshawn Vaughn. Don't be scared because he fumbled the ball against the Chicago Bears that cost him the ball game. And don't be upset with the fact that he's dropped a couple of passes. Those are the learning curves when you don't have a lot of playing time. Let's be real, folks.
Thomas lost his whole helmet,
Yeah.
on the sideline.
I mean,
so we got to give the guy a break.
I mean, seriously, guys, he's going to be just fine. He can run in the 4.4s.
Mm-hmm.
He's got good hands. He hits the hole very hard. He's not the biggest running back, but he's very elusive, and he can play very well.
I think that we need I like the idea of the way we were doing last year. We went to the WD-40 thing that we had back in the heyday, where you had the speed,
right,
quick guy, and you had the truck. And Fournette was the truck. So if he doesn't re-sign, which I don't think he's going to. But if he doesn't, then do we need to put in a Peterbilt, or do we use the things we got and just make the offense work around that?
In my opinion, Matt, that's a really, really good comment. But in my opinion, and I've been watching football as many years as you have, Tampa does not have a problem at the running back. They don't need the best running back in the world to run this offense with them. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they don't run the football a lot. They run the football less than anybody in the National Football League. They just need someone who...
That's a big complaint that you have, Harry, though, is they need to upgrade their playbook to have more running so that we don't... so we eat up more clock. That was something we talked about last night.
Without question.
So if we don't need to do it because we don't do it, if we don't need to get another running back because we don't run that much, but yet we need to run more, and we're not going to sign that running back, where are we at? We're going in circles, right?
Yeah, kind of. I would say.
I mean, honestly, Matt, do you have you lost faith in this team? I mean, what they've done the last.
No.
Okay. So then, are you really worried about them signing a Sue, signing an AB, signing a Fournette? Why are you worried? Wait a minute, Matt. What have the Bucks done in the last week and a half? What have the Bucks done in the last year that would make you think they can't get this done?
Nothing.
Crickets. There you go. So there you just answered your own question. You're
let me fill in the blanks that you're running past. We had everything in line last year. We put everything together perfectly, and everybody came together at the right time.
Okay. So then what would stop you? Okay, Matt, then what would stop you from believing that can't happen this year?
I'm just saying that I think Sue and Vita Vea make the best front line that we got on.
I agree with you.
And you see, I don't.
Okay, but I do.
We have a replacement for Sue that's going to be a plug and play, not miss a lick.
You want Ndamukong Suh's replacement? Hold on. You want Ndamukong Suh's replacement? And you can get him on the cheap. I'm trying to remember his name. He was the nose tackle for the Detroit Lions.
Yep, he's the other Samoan. They want to get.
Sorry, he's better. He's better at this point in his career than Ndamukong Suh.
You're talking about Sachs?
No. He plays for Detroit. I'm trying to remember his name.
He's got a funky name.
He plays for Detroit. That's not any good. That's not
trust
good.
me. He was a little bit injured. He's 360 pounds.
Danny Shelton, you're talking about?
There you go, Danny Shelton.
Okay. Well, I think they're still going to go with Sue, and then you draft his replacement at number 32.
Now, the only
That's
thing
where
about,
you go.
Danny Shelton's a little bit better against the run, in my opinion. He's not as good against the pass. And Ndamukong Suh, I'd have to give it to him. I just always had a little issue with Ndamukong Suh.
You just have an issue with Sue because the
way he treated Cutler and everybody else. He's just a dirty player.
Grow up.
He isn't anymore. He got older. He was making a name.
Oh, stop. Okay. Leopards don't change their spots.
Well, I would agree with you. I like his aggressive play. I like his aggressive nature. I definitely think he's added to this defensive line. Enough with the Gerald McCoy stuff, because I know that's going to be the next thing that some people are saying about Gerald McCoy. But
let's get him, Peter.
Oh yeah, let's get everybody. Let's get a guy that basically the Bucks gave up on, and I can hear everybody fine. So don't worry about the sound. It's maybe a little bit low because Matt always calls in. It's a little bit low. Matt just needs to scream at us like I scream at him.
Matt, scream at us like we scream.
Scream, Matt.
I don't know. Am I talking loud enough?
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You're whispering sweet nothings to me. This ain't Valentine's Day at this point. Come on, man.
Welcome to 94.9.
Right.
Oh, dear God, Harry. No, I was hoping that Sue would get signed today and we'd be done with it.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, if Sue gets done.
Well, I tell you what, I wouldn't be shaking about it.
Well, I'm not losing a lot of sleep.
I mean,
I just expected
what this team has accomplished. Okay, with the general manager and the ownership, what Jason Light has accomplished in this offseason, I have never seen ever after winning a Super Bowl and taking all the egos and forget about, in all your key components.
Right.
Okay. And being able to bring them back. Nothing is saying that they're not going to sign Ndamukong Suh. I'm just busting everybody's balls when I turn around and say this about Ndamukong Suh. Trust me, he's a vital component to this defensive line. I do agree with that.
I don't think he's the dirtiest player in the game. Carl says he's the dirtiest player in the game. He's not the dirtiest player in the game.
I agree with you,
I don't think he's the dirtiest player in the game. I don't.
No.
Matt, anything else, buddy?
No, I think we're done. I just wanted to say hi. I haven't ever called into your show before.
I am so happy you did call in.
Well, we'll keep on calling, Matt. But when you call us, just kind of scream at us like we scream at you. It'll be
Well,
like
give
the
me a
old
better
days.
mic on my iPad.
Matt Colson, you're unbelievable. Thank you so much for calling in. I'm not going to call you miscreant either. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Oh dear God. All right, guys.
Thank you very much, Matt. Thanks for calling in. I'm going to get into
All right.
I'm going to get into some of the comments here.
Well, really quick, just to follow up on this from Greg Auman of The Athletic, Ryan Succop's 2021 cap number should be about $2.8 million. We don't know what Aaron
Wow.
Stinney's deal is. Of course, he signed today with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but the Bucs have used most of the $3.6 million they were thought to have entering the day. They're not done with signings. This is from Greg Auman of The Athletic, so they just need to make some other moves to add some cap space. You know what that tells me? Restructuring.
They're restructuring deals.
Mike Evans, Ali Marpet, some other guys on this team, possibly a Donovan Smith. No, Bucs fans are not cutting him because of the way he played. So,
You know,
they got a plan.
I
They got a plan.
I really do want to bring up something kind of funny.
Okay.
And I know there's not a lot of Chicago fans here, but I want everybody in Tampa to really appreciate the general manager that they have, because when the Chicago Bears ended up getting Ryan Pace,
Mhm.
he was one of the most sought after GMs.
Tell me
up
about
and
it.
coming. Okay.
Tell me about it.
Since he's been there, forget about all the good plays and the good players that they've drafted.
Did he come from the New Orleans Saints, by the way?
Yes, he did.
Okay, there
Okay.
you go.
Ryan Pace recap. He signs Mike Glennon to a 3-year, $45 million deal. All right, kids, follow along when I say this.
Now be careful now, because there was a Glennon mob out there at one time. They actually wanted Mike Glennon to
Hold
be
on.
the starting quarterback of this team.
Signs Mike Glennon for 3 years for $45 million. I didn't say 45 cents.
Mm.
He trades up in the draft when they got Glennon for $45 million to get Mitchell Trubisky,
Mm.
which I do like. And they picked him over Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes.
Mistake.
He trades a 4th-round pick 2 years later for Nick Foles and pays him $20 million. Meanwhile, Andy Dalton was a free agent that year. Guess what? It's a year later. They still have all the players, and they just signed Andy Dalton. So trust me when I say this, Tampa fans. You have arguably the best general manager in the entire National Football League, because what he's managed to do, and if he doesn't manage to bring Ndamukong Suh back, it's not the end of the world. Because before this season even started, we were all sitting here speculating and hypothecating. Thank you, Leo.
Very nice.
Okay. And hypothecating who they were going to be able to keep. Everybody said there's no way they're going to keep Chris Godwin. I said they couldn't keep Godwin and Barrett together. Well, guess what? Not only did they keep Godwin and Barrett, they ended up keeping Levante David. How the hell did they do that? You know how they did that? Because they have an excellent and extraordinary general manager. And you have players that don't believe that the word I, the letter I, is in the word team.
Correct.
Okay. You know, yes, they're still getting paid.
Tom Brady. I mean, he restructured
They
the
all
19 million. That was the snowball effect right there.
But I did want to read that. Okay. I'm
Right.
going to say it again. Ryan Pace recap. Signs Mike Glennon for 3 years for $45 million. He trades up in the draft to get Trubisky over Watson and Mahomes. He trades a 4th-round pick for Foles and pays him $20 million while Andy Dalton's a free agent. And this year he signs Andy Dalton.
Just giving away money. Giving it away.
I don't get it. And the Chicago Bears and these two guys, Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace, they were given one more year to get this team right back on track, and they just put their entire offer on Andy Dalton. And I have to tell you,
Does that work out for you guys?
you know what? It's going to work out. It's going to work out just fine. It's not going to be Russell Wilson, but you know what? I'm really glad they didn't sign him,
Well,
because
what
there's
was-
not a player for Russell Wilson who's worth. Get this, for people that don't know, Chicago offered the Seattle Seahawks 3 first-round draft picks, a 3rd rounder, and 2 defensive starters, one of them being Khalil Mack. I'm sorry.
Seattle doesn't want to trade him.
No,
That's
but-
what it comes down to.
But the bottom line is this. There is no player in the National Football League worth 3 number 1s, 1 3rd rounder, 2 defensive starters that are Pro Bowlers, perennial Pro Bowlers,
Mm.
okay, for 1 player. It just is not
Don't
worth
tell
it.
the Texans that.
Okay. I mean, they didn't offer that for Deshaun Watson.
Well, I tell you right now, I would offer that for Deshaun Watson over Russell Wilson. Just my opinion.
That's your opinion.
But then again, I mean, there's some accusations coming out, but going back to the offer, you know, to give them, to be fair to Ryan Pace and the Chicago Bears as an organization, at least they were trying to make a deal for Russell Wilson, and Seattle didn't want to do it. I mean, it takes 2 to tango.
Hold on. That was the only offer that they actually went after a quarterback. I said this on a couple of other shows.
Why?
A very reliable source. Well, no, hold on. The media and all the pundits out there, okay, fake news. I want to go ahead and repeat that, okay? And I'm not using that word loosely. That was fake news when they said that Carson Wentz was going to the Bears and the Bears were the number one. They had the most on the table. Hey, guys, the Chicago Bears never even made an offer for Carson Wentz through 3 reliable sources, 2 of them from the 2 big newspapers in Chicago, and 1 was an insider from the Chicago Bears.
Right.
So believe nothing of literally of what you hear and only half of what you see on the national media.
Well, look,
You want your best news source on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? You listen to this show. We're going to give it to you straight. Do we make mistakes? Yes, but never judge us on the mistakes we make. Rather, judge us on how we rectify it.
I love it. The over-under right here. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Harry the Greek. Yes, sir, my
Let's get back to
professional handicapper.
You want to go to the comments?
Go for it. What do they got?
Matt Colson, Sue, AB, and Fournette, Johnny Dean. Hi, Johnny. What's up, guys? Matt Colson, sorry.
It's all right.
Hi, guys. Ron Buck Fantastic McCleary. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
He's an awesome
we met
dude.
him out
Awesome
at the Deck
person.
Bar and Grill in
Sue is
Isola.
Sue is a very important piece. I agree with that. Ben Parrish.
Well, I don't know why my phone is ringing. Don't call me. Call his phone.
They see you.
Well, don't call me. Don't call my phone. I'm off tonight. Don't call my phone.
Call 727-320-5866, 727-320-5866. Not to get confused with the other 320.
Exactly. Don't do that.
I love you, Frank, but this is my 320.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Teresa Baxter. Hey, Harry and Peter. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for watching. Johnny Dean. Can't hear Matt. Yes, you can. JT. No, he's too low. Very low.
We could just skip these.
Yes, he's better. These are really good comments,
Right?
guys. Thank you.
These are
JT, it's better.
It's better. Like
Teresa, I still can't hear him.
you gotta love this though about Bucks Report is when you ask them basically if you can hear, everybody chimes in. It's not just one person, it's everybody, and they say
I
the
love
same
that.
thing.
And you know what? Your fat finger troll, who's now my best friend. And by the way, he made me barbecue, just to let you know.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he
He's
did.
still a fat finger troll.
No, he bought me barbecue because you know why?
When did he buy
Because
you
that's
barbecue?
what real Chicago people do.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Roger. I didn't mean to get you in trouble.
he still hasn't bought
Harry,
me barbecue.
save us from Andy Dalton. I'll tell you what, Roger. I'll buy you barbecue. Why don't you call into this show? Because I'm going to tell you what I really think. I'm only kidding. But you can call anytime you want. 727-320-5866. Carl Hardy, the dirtiest player in the game. LOL. He was at one time.
I don't think he's the dirtiest player in the game these days. I
Carl
don't.
Hardy. Then he said it's a joke. North
Okay.
Sports Dynasty. Evening, gents. Good
Yes.
evening, North Sports.
Absolutely. That would be Andrew Fulbert, the big board out of Canada.
Canada, eh?
Yes,
Eh?
the Great White North.
You hoser. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
I know Andrew. No, Andrew's too young to remember that.
I don't know, man. He may
I-
remember it.
I don't know.
He's up on the pop culture.
Mike DeRoche, and I think they're too young to remember them.
They probably remember it.
Eh?
Trust me.
Roger Shue. Harry, he's better quarterback than Dalton. Who?
I think
Mitch Trubisky?
I think Russell Wilson. Anybody at this point is better than Andy Dalton, in my opinion.
Timmy Horvath. Think McCoy would come back if we don't get Sue?
No,
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Of course he'll come back because he wants to come back. But here's my thing.
I want to come back.
Well, I know.
I said I wanna come back.
I know
I
you
didn't
want
say
to
you
come.
wanted
I
him to
know
come
you
back.
want to come back
Okay.
from a break. You probably want to take a break after this comment because we're going to hear these comments if Sue doesn't get signed. But at the end of the day, the reason why they got rid of McCoy in the first place is because he does not fit this defense, and they've told you that.
Over or under, and Ndamukong Suh gets signed?
Over
Over?
75%. Actually, I'll give it more. I'll give you 95%.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to give you a push on that one. The push is right in the middle because I'm not too sure they're going to sign him.
95%.
Because I really think that they have to develop somebody in that draft. When you have Vita Vea and you have JPP and you've re-signed everybody on this team.
Steak dinner, my
God.
friend. We'll bet it.
Steak dinner.
Yeah.
You still owe me a hamburger from McDonald's for Christ's
Oh,
sake.
I do?
Roger, he doesn't.
Since when? No.
Roger-
Don't even go to Roger
Listen,
on this
Roger-
because Roger owes me barbecue still. That jerk.
He got me the barbecue.
Oh, well, there you go. He owes me it, not you.
Wah, 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 wah,
Yeah, I
wah.
wish I had my sound effects right
Oh.
now. Exactly.
Christopher Cole. Hey, what's up, everyone? Tony Montana, OJ or Brait, if you had to keep. You know what?
Both.
You know
Why
what?
do we have to have? Why?
No, he
why
didn't
is
ask.
it?
He didn't say both. You have to keep only one. Who would it be, Peter? I'm putting you on the line on the over and under.
OJ Howard.
I'm going to say Cameron Brate because I've always been partial to him. He's a lot healthier. OJ Howard can't seem to stay on the field.
OJ Howard has lots of potential, but you're exactly right, which is the reason why you can't get rid of
Say that
any of
again,
them.
please. I'm not used to anybody on Bucs
OJ
Report.
Howard has lots of potential.
The right part.
You're right.
Oh, wow.
But at the end of the day, the Bucs did invest a number 1 pick in OJ Howard, so you want to keep him in there. The problem is he can't stay healthy consistently, so that's why you got to keep them both. I think you're going to keep them both.
I agree.
They'll figure it out.
The next comment's for you, Peter. It says,
Yes.
Happy New League Year. Let's go, Bucks. Bring your passion, Pete.
Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. 3 nights in a row here I've been on Bucks Report. You guys getting tired of me yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
How can they
good.
get tired of you?
I hope not.
Look at that cute guy with a beard. You shut up.
Will you shut up?
North Sports Dynasty. You both have a Bob and Doug McKenzie vibe, and I'm loving it. Hey, Hoser. Hey,
Hey,
hey.
hey. What was it? What was the Christmas song that they did? This is way back, but I remember this working at a crappy radio station in a galaxy far, far
You
away.
cannot make me do it.
What is it? What is it? The Christmas one?
You know, the 20 Days of Christmas.
Yes.
whatever it was.
What is it? In a beer?
For Diamond Broads.
Right. Right. That's us right now.
Only.
not even
I'll
from
tell you
Canada.
what. Only if the dude comes on, I will sing the song.
The dude's coming on.
The dude ain't coming on.
The dude will come on. I bet he'll come on.
The dude is still having relations.
Come on, let's bet.
He's not coming.
This is what we're gonna do. This is our thing now. I'm gonna bet you every time. I'm gonna be the contrarian. Leo Ward.
Stop.
How about that?
You're not going to confuse me. Tom Bannard. Harold!
You're easily confused.
Tommy Bannard, do me a favor. Dial the phone number. Call into the show. 727-320-5866. 720. I'm sorry, 727-320-5866. If you have a question or a comment about the Bucks or any other team in the National Football League, I implore you to give us a call.
I got some of these comments right now. I feel like I should read them, but it's your show.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, no, go read the comments. I want you to do this.
You
this
got
is
it.
your show here. the
JT,
over-under.
Vita Vea gives us a lot of options if Sue leaves.
Now, yeah, but I agree with you on that. And still, at the end of the day, you're most likely going to have to address that position. And somebody asked me, what's your biggest need? Well, at 32, look, if you lose Sue, then who do you re-sign? You're going to possibly lose a Nacho and a Steve McClendon. If you lose all 3 of those guys, that's a big-time hole.
I'm going to tell you
So
right
you're basically
now,
forced to draft.
Nacho played extraordinary this year.
He did.
He really did.
He did play
I mean,
well.
look, he's not Vita Vea, but I only know one other player that's even close to being Vita Vea in the National Football League.
Mhm.
Honestly.
Right.
Okay, so
You have a Vita Vea, but you still want that. You want to still have that big hoss in the middle, as my uncle would say. He always talks about big hosses.
the big
you got
boy.
you got those 2 big hosses in the middle. You freed up on the outside for the outside guys. Why take a chance? Again, going back to my favorite movie, Casino. Why take a chance? Bucs fans, they want to switch everything around. You just won the freaking Super Bowl. I mean, you're world champions, by the way. Super Bowl champion, world champions, whatever. 31-9, dominating defensive
Don't
effort.
be petulant now.
But why do you want to change everything? I don't understand this. Like, you want to change? Well, the offensive line, we need more depth in the offensive line. Why? I mean, you could draft it in the draft, but you don't lose your mind on this right here.
You know, Rick Hughes asked a question yesterday in the
Yeah.
whole panel, and he says if there was one thing that the draft, who the Bucks and where their biggest needs are. And there were a lot of people that were talking. You said maybe an offensive or defensive lineman.
I said easily a defensive tackle or an outside linebacker because you're getting up there in age with JPP.
I said, and I believe I was the only one that said this, is they're in a position right now that very few teams are ever in.
Sure.
You can take the best available player.
Of course you can. Best player available on the board. But if you lose a Sue, I think that becomes a need. Because then I think you have to draft a defensive tackle simply because
That's assuming they keep Sue.
Yeah,
because they don't need a linebacker.
You keep Sue, then it's not a need at that point.
But at that point, if one of these star wide receivers fall down to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
geez, another wide receiver.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just giving you a hypothetical.
Sure,
you can grab him
if you want to. If that's the best player on the board, you can absolutely shift focus.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, that is such a great position to be in.
And we've heard talk about Travis Etienne from Clemson, and of course Najee Harris out of Alabama. So don't be surprised with both of those names.
Timothy Harvath.
Yeah.
Who's the backup quarterback going to be?
Well, we still don't know that yet. We have no.
They had one, but they lost them.
Well, Blaine Gabbert and Ryan Griffin are both free agents, so they haven't worked around that yet. So we'll see what happens with that.
JT Brate, best ability is availability. You're absolutely correct, Tim. Who is the backup quarterback going to be?
Still don't know yet.
Matt Colson, Brait plays every work. Howard stubs his toe and misses 3 games.
And look,
4.
I'm agreeing with you on the OJ Howard stuff because he necessarily can't stay healthy consistently. But at the end of the day, remember, this organization has a first-round pick invested in him. So do not be surprised that they bring back all 3 of those tight ends. Of course, they're bringing back Gronk. They re-signed him. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But Brait and OJ Howard, I could all being, see them both all being brought back to give Tom Brady even more weapons. Do not be surprised. They may go into different, because people, they assume, well, Brait's making lots of money, Howard's making lots of money, so let's cut somebody.
This is driving me nuts. How the hell did they keep everybody? You cannot restructure 2/3 of your team.
Economics. Doing it right.
You're not kidding.
Voidable years.
It's just unreal.
Yeah.
We're going to get on there. David Searles. Seahawks just traded a 5th-round pick to the Raiders for Gabe Jackson. That's a good pickup.
Guard, yeah, well, they're trying to improve the offensive line because Wilson was upset about it. So,
yep. North Sports Dynasty, eh? First day, Xmas a beer.
That's it. That's it. There you go. Thank you, Fullbear. Appreciate you. The big board.
Hold on.
The Canadian Adam Schefter. I
Johnny
remember
Dean,
you.
a North Sports.
Yes.
Matt Colson, and Atuk.
Yes, that's also the song. They're good.
That's true. Christopher
very
Cole.
good.
I would bring back Adrian Claiborne before McCoy because he fits the defense better. I don't agree with that.
I agree.
I
would bring back a Claiborne
I don't think either one of them fit this.
Well,
defense.
Claiborne could be backup. He could be some depth there if you decide to go in that direction. I could definitely see something along those lines instead of McCoy. I'm not a McCoy fan, and I don't think this Bucs organization is a McCoy fan.
I think I got a question for you. It's actually somebody. You didn't ask for you, but I think this is going to be a good one for
Sure,
you.
go for it.
What's your thoughts on the Bucs backup quarterback situation? Do you want Gabbard back, or do you want to draft a guy to sit behind Brady and learn?
Gabbard's going to come back because this organization believes in him. Of course, Jason Light and BA. I'm not sure if they're going to draft somebody depending on who's on the board at this point.
You get in the 3rd round, you get Trask available. Let's just say Trask is available. I don't think he goes to the 3rd round.
If he's available in the 3rd round, I would draft him.
Of course,
I would.
Again,
I would
best
draft him
player
to
mentality.
develop him. But then again, it depends on also what you lose in free agency. Again, you're going to be losing some defensive tackles, possibly a McClendon or, of course, a Nacho. So if there's a defensive tackle on the board over a quarterback, I think defensive tackle supersedes. But we'll see how it works.
You know what?
Yes.
I'm going to bring in a special guest.
Well, how about we read the rest of these comments and then we'll go to that?
You got it.
We'll do that.
Johnny Dean, toke it up. Yeah, brother.
Yep, that's him.
Tom Banner, the Red Rifle would lead the Bears to the promised land.
I don't know what Joshua Cole Allen is doing there.
JCA, I can see you on my computer. Get that out of your mouth.
Yeah,
that's just not good.
Wow, bro.
Oh, man.
Wow. I need my sound effects right now.
Wah,
after
wah,
this.
wah,
Wow,
wah.
wow, wow.
Johnny Dean, I want Sue back, but it wouldn't be hurt if we got Danny Shelton to replace that hole. Shelton is like Sue. I'm telling you now, he's better against the run. Danny Shelton is a better run blocker than Vita Vea. Vita Vea, as big as he is, Danny Shelton could not get after the quarterback like Vita Vea does. And let me tell you something. I haven't seen a man that large be able, to run like he does. That first 10 yards, it reminds me, he's even faster than Eddie Goldman of the Chicago Bears. And he's faster than Akeem Hicks.
Well, he may be younger, too, also.
No, Akeem Hicks is a little bit faster because he's a little bit slower.
Shelton's a little bit younger than Sue, right?
Yeah.
I still think he keeps Sue on this team, though.
Matt Colson, do you really?
Yeah.
4 pounds of back bacon, 3 French toast, and a turn.
See, I knew that he would know this. I knew that these guys would know this. This is what they know.
Shut up, you hoser.
Will you be quiet and shut up?
Tony Montana, maybe extending Carlton Davis is the best move?
Not yet. Not yet. You could do that next year when the cap is expanded. It goes up.
We are keeping Sue, Johnny Dean said, not if.
Exactly. That's
Anthony
what I say.
Haygood. Do we get White if?
What's it say now?
LF.
Oh, Leonard Fournette.
Oh, that's right.
What's
Leonard
it say
Fournette.
now? What's it say?
Do we get White if Leonard Fournette leaves? If so, we definitely go D-line in the first, even if Sue is re-signed. I say you sign the best.
You still go with the best player available, but if you feel like you need DL, it's not a bad position to drop because once again, you're going to miss McClendon. Most likely, you're going to miss out on a Nacho. So you're going to need some depth and need a young player that could possibly replace Sue or also give Vita Vea, if he comes out, a breather.
Yeah, absolutely. Johnny Dean absolutely would bring Clay back before GMAC. And if he does fit much better, he does fit much better in the system. North Sports Dynasty. If you can steal Davis Mills in the third to put behind Brady, we are laughing. Poor man's Andrew Luck. Tony Montana. I just love that name.
That's good.
It's
Who
just
is
awesome. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
Also, mock draft placed defensive lineman Levi. I can't pronounce that last name. Don't do that.
Out
crap
of
to me.
Washington. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That,
I know
the
who
guy
he
out of
is.
Washington.
Yes.
As Bucks first rounder, any thoughts?
Because they liked a Vita Vea, and you're talking about a Danny Shelton, so they may be interested in going in that direction. Certainly a possibility.
Well, now I am going to bring in probably one of the best beat writers in all of the National Football League.
Wow.
The man who interviewed at least, 20 people, been on ESPN, been on the NFL Network, our very own Mr. Joshua Cole.
Hey. I started this show the other day on Peters, and it's only fitting we signed a couple players because we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere.
Okay. Hey, I just did that really quick. Are you done yet?
I am done. To mention Tony Montana, Levi on this one. Levi, I think, is a potential fit in the first round. I actually have him in my mock draft coming out a couple days after free agency dies down a little bit. But yeah, definitely think it's a good fit.
What do you think about the Ryan Suckup move? That was the breaking news coming in here, Joshua. They got him about $4 million, 6.25 guaranteed. But a lot of Bucs fans right now rejoicing, including our own Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, who has been just pounding the pavement for this guy to be signed, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's obviously great to have him back. A little bit pricey, $4 million a year for a kicker. But what can you do? You know, after all the struggles that this team has had, you go out and you lock up a sure thing. He's getting $6.75 million guaranteed, I believe, 8.225 of it in the first years.
Hold on. You can't let Ray hear you say that they paid too much money for this kicker. Are you out of your tree? You are going to be disbanded.
I wonder if Ray right now is getting drunk and that's why he's so late here.
No.
Couple sours for the boys.
I'm going to give you another chance to retract that statement. I'm going to go full screen to you, Mr. Joshua Cole Allen. How was that deal?
I think they paid a little bit too much for a kicker, but hey, what can you do? They only gave him $1.05 last year, and now you're bumping him up to $4 million. I had him figured around $2.5 million, 3 tops, just an extra $1 million and a half. I think it's a lot of money. I'm not going to back down from that. I think it's a lot of money for a guy that you got off the street last year. But hey, brought him back in the fold. Kicking's not going to be a question for the next 3 years, so it's a good move.
And to me, I will disagree.
They're printing money at $1 place at this point anyway. So,
well, here's the thing. You bring him back there, and a lot of people say, well, you may be overpaid. Well, now you don't necessarily have to worry about getting a kicker now. Here's the guy that went 90% last year, so you're not worrying about that. And ask a lot of Bucs fans out there of how many times games have been costed by bad kickers. I say, look, I had him at 3.5 million. They paid him $4 million, so I'm glad they got the deal done because now you're not talking about this. Now it's not, well, Jason Light has to draft another kicker here, Harry, or they have to go out and get another kicker off the street. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. I see that right there. Okay. I got you. I see you. All right. So, yeah, he's showing me this Bears news, but going back to with the Bucs, Suckup is a done deal, and I think that's a good thing. And I think a lot, again, Bucs fans out there are excited because that's not one of the situations you necessarily have to worry about. With all that being said, Sue getting re-signed, do you think that's going to happen here in the next couple of days? What's going on with that situation?
Over or under 2 days, Joshua? You like the over that they're signing or the under that they're not?
I want to say the under, but I think it's going to be the over. Sue's representing himself. He doesn't have an agent, so that's why talks could slow down a little bit. And I think he really wants to be back here. You look at a guy like Sue, he's had the Brinks truck back to him quite a few times. I don't think money is the biggest concern. He lives out in Seattle in the offseason. He lives, obviously, has been the last 2 years in Tampa. I think about to have 2 twins. I think what's going to most matter for him is comfortability. Obviously, when I asked him during the Super Bowl week, he said, comfortability versus money, it's a business, and you're going to treat anything like you would a normal business transaction in the real world. So he's definitely looking for some money as well. But the same time, kind of like Shaq Barrett, do you really want to uproot your family that you're about to have? You're going to have the twins. You don't want you want to be able to be close by. So I'm pretty sure that he'll re-up. It's just going to be a matter of them having to restructure, renegotiate, extend, whatever they're trying to do right now. Rumors are out there that they're looking at extending and restructuring both Donovan Smith and Ryan Jensen. We know Mike Evans said he was open to it. Ali Barn-Pett's been open to it. There's other players you can go to and ask for pay cuts, such as Cam Brate, OJ Howard, Will Golston, Bradley Pinion, who's due to make $2.8 million this year. So it's a matter of speaking with these guys and seeing what they can do and seeing where they can open up the money. Because they still need to open up some money. They have about 20 free agents left from last year. You got to fill up that 90-man roster. They only have so many draft picks to do so, and you want to bring as many of these core guys and backups as you can. I heard you guys talk about Blaine Gabbert. As of right now, Tom Brady's doing quarterback on the roster. I mean, whether they bring back Ryan Griffin or not, but I think Blaine Gabbert, especially with the way you've heard Jason Light speak about him, do I think he's an heir apparent or successor? No, but I think he's a guy that they definitely want back on this team next year.
That's why you make the big bucks. I'm telling you right now.
I wish
you have such the finger on the pulse with this team and a lot of the teams in the National Football Leagues. Seriously, that's why Bucks Report is as good as it is, Peter.
I agree.
Okay, it's
a lot of great
information like
people.
this.
Yeah,
I did not know that Ndamukong Suh did not have an agent. They should be able to sign him because now he doesn't have to pay an agent, so he doesn't have to make as much.
And he's talked about
taxes
this throughout the year here, JCA.
And no taxes or anything
right?
else.
How he wants to come back. He's got twins on the way.
I didn't know that. So can I change mine from being in the middle, saying the over that they're gonna, or am I stuck at the middle?
Well, did you bet me on that?
No, I didn't really bet you.
I think you kind of did bet me, didn't you?
Okay.
Watch out with Peter and his bets. He still owes me wings from
Hey,
mid-season.
you know what? You owe me a lot. Don't even go there. Joshua Cole Allen, one of the best writers here on Bucks Report on the over/under. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Harry the Greek, my professional handicapper.
I just can't understand how he gets all these interviews. This man was on Media Row. Does everybody understand that?
He makes his connections. That's it.
I just wish I had some of your interviews that I can actually just upload them from over here.
He's in the know. So with all that being said about a Suh, if that follows, who do you think is next? Is it a Leonard Fournette? Is it a Antonio Brown? And are you surprised that Fournette is actually considering coming back? Because I kind of
nobody's beating on his door, Peter.
Well, but here's a bell cow running back, played well in the postseason.
Nobody is beating his door down.
Right.
And he realizes that the market value for a running back this year is not like it was last year or the year before.
Unless it's Aaron Jones.
Right. Aaron Jones for $12 million. So,
but he's not Aaron Jones.
I agree with that. So.
And that team does what better than the Buccaneers? They run the football.
Well, to a certain degree.
Oh no! Stop it! Everything goes through Rodgers and that running.
Well, they couldn't do it against the Bucks.
No, okay. But, come on, you know what I'm talking about,
right? So, Joshua,
what's your thoughts on that, Josh?
Leonard Fournette is a guy who, in my opinion, was never coming back. If he does come back, it's another one of those deals that kind of prove it, incentive-laden deals. I don't see them giving him a long-term deal. You got Rojo up for a contract. He just drafted Keyshawn Vaughn in the third round last year. Not that should matter, but if I'm Leonard Fournette, I'm going out there and finding the best deal possible. You got your ring already. Go out there, take care of your family, and secure some long-term deal. I don't think they'll go more than 1 year with him on a deal. Apparently the Patriots are interested, possibly the Steelers and the Dolphins also. You've heard maybe Seattle also is interested in him too. So he's got some options out there. I think one of the things is Tom Brady in his ear, like, hey, don't you want to win too? But I think that's definitely a position they could address in free agency with a James White, with a Rex Burkhead, a guy like one of their type caliber, especially out of the backfield, where Fournette was supposed to be so strong coming out of the backfield, being that versatile player, ground and pound, but also being able to catch. That's somewhere where he lacked. And we saw the reports come out that he was almost cut in early December. If it wasn't for Rojo getting injured and getting COVID, we probably wouldn't have seen the ascension of Leonard Fournette that we did, becoming playoff Lenny into Super Bowl Lenny into Lombardi Lenny into the guy right now that we all know. So, he wasn't that effective during the season. I'm not throwing buku dollars at him. If he's going to come on another cheap incentive-laden deal, sure, I'll take him back. But if I'm Leonard Fournette, that's not what I want. I want some long-term security, and I don't think he's going to find that here in Tampa Bay.
That is absolutely great. For people that don't know, this is Joshua Cole Allen from the Buck Report. Josh, I'm going to go ahead and run a commercial here for about 30 seconds. We have a special guest coming on, and I have another question for you. Can you guys hold on just for a second?
I gotcha. Got about 15 more minutes.
15? That's all you're going to give me, honestly?
I have to write a couple of articles, man. There's free agents. There's restructurings that's going to have to happen.
Oh, man.
I'm all right. I got 20 for you.
Hey,
Let's go. Run the commercial.
I'll tell you, I'm going to run the commercial, and I bet you with this commercial, you're going to know exactly who's coming on. Give me 30.
Yeah.
I just love it.
You got a problem?
Welcome back, everybody. Guess
That song gets me hyped. I start freestyling over it. I'm like, Tampa Bay Ray in the house. Don't you know?
Hey, Josh, I was going to call you, but I didn't want to be a suck up.
Oh, we knew you were going to put that in there. So
he was begging for the third. I mean, the second. No, I mean the any
geez.
leg.
Any leg. Hey, give me a break here, all right? Go break a leg or something. I don't know.
Oh God.
Hey, Harry, I just want to say Josh was talking about he has to write those articles. I am in danger of being underwritten by this guy. He's been putting out just some great stuff. And Joshua, I mentioned this the other day when I was speaking with you on that little pop-up Friday show. Joshua was just
I said his articles
were
were okay. I just like his ability with the interview that he has.
Oh, he is
His
good.
interviews are
unreal.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So
You know, I have to flip a little bit. You know, I'm a turncoat over here. I got my boy sitting next to me. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I'm giving Ray a run for his money next year. You know, best in the Bay. Ray Kennedy might be best in the Bay. JCA. What do you know?
For the
Yeah.
record, I was second place in 2020, and I never paid $1 to buy a vote. Not saying the person who won first place did,
I mean, yeah.
but I'm just
Who
saying
did it?
2019's Creative Loken Best of the Bay.
Hold on, seriously. Creative Lowson, best in the Bay. You still are best in the Bay. Hey, what do
Oh,
you
he's best. He's got that title forever.
It's
Once
me.
you win that award, that's your award forever. Just because you didn't win it another year,
I
it's like
like
winning a Grammys. You know,
I
you're a
was
Grammy award-winning artist, and you're a Grammy
I feel
award-winning
like I'm
artist.
the
forever.
weekend over here. Okay, I haven't been nominated for a Grammy. I had nothing but a great record there.
You know, the Super Bowl halftime
Right,
show.
and I get no Grammy at all. I want to be nominated for Best of the Bay on Bucks Report. I'm your host,
You were. We've tried to push
I'm
that.
nominated, but I didn't win.
While you guys are out here, though, make sure you go out on Nick Citro's
I was
Twitter poll and
nominated.
vote for Bucks Report right now.
You
yeah,
shut
did
up.
you guys see
I
Joshua?
was nominated for something last year.
Oh, what were you nominated?
No,
for?
seriously.
What
Yeah.
were you nominated?
I
for?
was one of 50 people
Uh-huh.
in the world,
Mm-hmm.
verifiable,
right,
that was able to go. You ready?
right.
To the Breeders' Cup in Lexington,
That's
Kentucky.
true.
in November.
Wow.
I was one of the
Nice.
top. I'm one of the top 50 handicappers for TVG Sports, and I was flown first class up there, which was extraordinary. Spent 3 great, wonderful days up there with one of my buddies, and won an absolute boatload of money. So I won an award.
Yeah, you
Hey, there you
did.
go.
Handicapper of the year.
I
Come
haven't
on,
won
give it
anything.
to me.
Yeah.
What Joshua was saying, make sure you go
You're the
out.
people's champ, Peter. What are you talking about? You don't need an affirmation from any
Thank
skewed
you.
media platform. You're the champ of the
Oh,
people.
thank you, JCA. Skewed.
You know, I know we only have Joshua Cole Allen for a little while, but I do have a question for you. Going
Yeah.
back in regards to the running backs, let's just assume, and we're going to move on from Leonard Fournette, okay?
Yeah.
Do you believe that Keyshawn Vaughn can fill the role
Ooh.
sitting behind the victim of volume? And do you believe that they should just draft a running back, say first player available? I mean, the best player available in the first, second, or third round. What's your thoughts?
I think there's multiple reasonings and thoughts behind this. First of all, they're going to bring in a veteran. This is what they're going to do. It depends on who it is. If it's a guy who's a pass catching back that has familiarity with Brady, like a Rex Burkhead or James White, perfect. I mean, this should fit seamlessly into this offense, either one of those. If it's going to be another guy who's a pass-catching back coming off an injury-plagued season in a Jerick McKinnon or Tevin Coleman, we'll see about that. Duke Johnson's another big name out there. If old man Adrian Peterson wants to come down here and take the veteran minimum and throw it against the wall and see it sticks, they're going to do that. I mean, LaShawn McCoy gave you pretty much.
No Adrian Peterson talk.
I don't think so, too, but I'm just saying.
Peterson.
No, there's no Adrian Peterson talk.
Over under Adrian Peterson.
Definitely under.
Wait,
but it's
over under Adrian Peterson or Larry Fitzgerald?
Well, you're running into what my little spiel there, Tampa Bay over the.
No, sorry.
It's all right. No, but as for running back, I think they do both. I think they draft somebody, whether it's in the first round, second round, third round. I kind of have them going for a second round running back, whether they move up or move back from the first round and get Javonte Williams, maybe a Michael Carter, Kenneth Gainwell, maybe in the third round. There's a bunch of different guys. Patterson from Buffalo. Maybe Puka Williams, maybe Chuba Hubbard, but he has had some fumbling issues. I know North Sports is out there hearing me say Chuba Hubbard, and he's getting stoked. But shout out to Andrew Faubert. But they're going to have options. Trey Sermon's another one late round, but they're going to draft a running back. I'm pretty sure you have to have protection in case Rojo has a big year, and they're not going to franchise tag a running back and gets big dollars somewhere else. I don't think they're going to offer Rojo big dollars regardless. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I think they bring in a veteran, and I think they bring in a rookie, and I'm just hoping it's one of those pass catching backs that I was talking about. Other news that just came out too. Kyle Van Noy, a guy who I'd like to potentially come in as a backup outside linebacker, is back to the Patriots.
Well, there you go. The Patriots continue that spending spree. Are you surprised?
You want to make that bet this year, Peter?
No, I'm not making that bet. Although
I got the Patriots over. Their win total was only 8. I'm going over this
you're
year.
going to go over this year?
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Cam Newton's going to have a different year. He's going to show
Yes,
up.
he is.
He still knows how to play football.
All right.
He's got weapons. I mean, 12 personnel.
Yeah, hold on. I am not a Patriot fan. Okay. I am a gambler. People have to understand this. I do not bet with my heart.
Yeah.
Bet the over on the Patriots' wins and losses this year.
I certainly think it's possible because of all the improvements and then getting back to players that all opted out. So
I think I'd have to
8-8 for sure.
yeah,
I'd have to see what they're because the Dolphins are they're turning me off a little bit because of the whole Tua talk, and now I'm not sure where they stand with the whole Tua. And then the Buffalo Bills, they showed, if anything, in the AFC Championship game and in the playoffs, they showed that they're not an perfect team. I mean, they're close. They're getting there. They're a great team. I mean, don't get me wrong. But so I give the Patriots a chance to go over. But I don't even know who the AFC East is playing or who the Patriots are playing this year. I would bet over under.
We're playing the Bucks.
They're playing the AFC South. So yeah, over because right there, Atlanta.
I'll tell you right now, they're playing the Browns, the Jags, the Dolphins, the Saints, the Jets, the Bucks, the Titans, the Bills, the Falcons.
I tell
the
you
Texans, the Colts, the Chargers, and the Panthers.
Greek knows.
The Greek doesn't give BS lines. Okay.
I bet
I'll probably bet it with you, honestly, because I do think they're going to be improved. Again,
no, they are going to be improved. They're getting their players back that decided to be not.
I still have main questions about Cam Newton. I still have questions about Cam Newton. I have questions
about Cam Newton, for Christ's sake.
I agree.
Okay.
I got them at 10-7.
We're going to be able to run the ball. We're going to play defense.
I agree with that.
And they're playing a whole bunch of weak teams.
Losses against the Bills, the Dolphins,
all the pundits in the media out there.
Browns, Bucks, Titans.
Bill Belichick is back. You're 3 games over 500. Oh my God, they did it without Brady, and then they get their ass smacked.
Joshua. Joshua says the Colts, Bucks, Browns, and then even maybe the Saints, depending on if Jameis Winston, the quarterback, they're going undefeated.
They play the Bills twice, the Browns. They play the Dolphins twice. So I mean, yeah, they should be able to get 8-8.
I'll bet that to go the over on the Patriots, you'd have to bet a lot on the Vic.
Oh, so white. It's called Vig, Ray.
The Vig.
You're so
Vig.
white. The Vig.
Russell Weeks down there says, "What do you think James White plays for pennies?" No, I mean, like I said, they're printing money over a $1 place. But he just came off. I think he was making $3.5 million. So to get him for 2 years, $5 million, 2.5, spread one of the hits into another year is not unreasonable to think. He also signed that 3 years ago when he was a lot younger and coming off one of his worst statistical seasons. So. I mean, pennies, no, $2.5 million at the most. Yeah, I mean, look what Jamal Williams just went for.
Well, I look at the numbers between White and Brady. I mean, the fact that this guy had over 300 catches for so many yards, and especially when he hit the playoffs, him and Brady do have a chemistry with the hands out of the backfield.
28-3, never forget.
And that's a dimension the Buccaneers, let's be honest, the Buccaneers, as great as this entire offseason or the postseason in the Super Bowl was, there really wasn't the dimension.
There wasn't that consistent factor of a pass catching back. And you get that with a White.
Yes.
You feel good about it. And again, for me, I preface that by saying, look, if you lose a Fournette, then definitely White is in that conversation. And I think that's where the Bucs are going at that point. But if you get Fournette back, then you have to go with Fournette, Jones, and Vaughn, right?
It just depends on, we know Leonard Fournette came here and he was, of course, again, we talked back to, I think it was week 8 where Bruce Arians, he was a healthy scratch and he was talking about he was this close, but he was I don't want to say
they were saying like week 14, he could have been cut.
Or week 14. And they referred to him, some sources referred to him as a cancer in a locker room in Jacksonville. I hate to use that term, but you'd have to see a turnaround. He'd have to want to be coming back for 2 to stay on the tail of the comet that is Tom Brady and his 2021 Buccaneers.
So to answer the question, I don't think these guys are playing for pennies. What they're playing for is the opportunity to win a championship. That is more than playing for pennies at that point.
NFL
and then on top of it,
too.
You do the avoidable years, which it seems like, that's been the end thing this year, especially with the Bucs, with Jason Light and Mike Greenberg. Who knows? Maybe you can inflate that salary, and then that salary cap hit that had the other day with the Gronkowski was what, $5-6 million. He had 3.5 for Levante David. So nothing is out of the realm of possibility with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I want to ask you guys this, if I can, Harry. I was watching you guys on the way as I was hustling home here, getting over.
How do we do?
You guys are doing great.
Oh God!
And it's even better now. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way, everybody. But
it's even better now.
I just want to
happy St. Patrick's Day.
Hold on.
Hey.
Before you ask the question,
sure.
I'm going to give JCA a second because I know that man's got to go. I mean, you don't understand. He doesn't live inside his house. Can you hear me?
Yes,
I
can
hear you.
You get 10 seconds to promote yourself, but I really appreciate you coming on.
Oh, yeah. I just want to bring it back real quick to Ryan Suckup, too. One thing that was interesting to note, the Buccaneers did have a virtual interview with Evan McPherson, who is the Florida Gators kicker. With the signing of Ryan Suckup, I'm not sure that they're going to entertain that anymore. But it was something to note, and I think they maybe could have used that as a leverage to get that deal down a little bit. But, hey, he's back in the fold, kicking game's shoring up. Watch him have the worst statistical season he's ever had this year.
Are you playing? Hey, you know what?
I'm going to ignore that.
Look, he's the guy, and I think you guys have a debate here. He's the guy that said the Bucs overpaid. What do you say? They overpaid a suck-up of $4 million?
Well, how much time do you got, Joshua? But let me say this.
Hey, stop sucking up to the guy, all right? Just tell me your thoughts.
Hey.
You shut up and be quiet.
I was about to give you a new nickname. I'm gonna start calling Joshua the Source because this guy really
Source.
I like that.
You got me Reed Sinnett last year interview, but one of my best interviews to date. I did it from North Carolina, and again, bringing that information with interviewing the Florida Gator kicker. And you're right, they're probably not going to entertain it. But you know what? I think that the fact that they had a virtual interview with the Gator kicker was almost the same thing as Gronkowski saying he was dipping his toes in free agency. It's like we're going to put it out there, but we're just But the thing about Ryan Suckup and overpaying for him is, I was just talking to a guy tonight over on a UPS on the sort aisle. He's got a best friend who is the freshman kicker at FAMU, and he was a soccer player.
Is that FAMU?
Well, FAMU, right? The Rattlers, but didn't play football to his senior year of high school, and he's got a full ride. And the thing about it is we always talk about kicker's not a real position. Kicker's an overhead.
Kickers have to pay for their education.
But it's funny how they get full ride scholarships, and sometimes a lot of games come down to that final kick. So you guys can debate all you want the importance of a kicker. But when you find a consistent kicker,
I backed you up on this. Ryan Suckup scored 1/3 of the points for this team.
The Lions game though bothers me because, and I blame that on you.
No, don't go there.
Hey, if you get a free ride as a kicker or punter, if you get a free ride, a full education in college, come into the league and make $800,000 a year. I mean, yeah, you can't beat that.
Wait a minute,
my kid's going to be training for kicking right out.
Was overpaid.
Yes, that's what he said.
All right,
tell me that since Connor Barth left this team for 10 years, the Buccaneers.
Listen, you're getting emotion involved.
Left this team, they have not been this.
You're putting emotion. You're taking out the emotion. $4 million for a kicker you pulled off the street and paid $1 million last year.
Pulled off the street.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't even think Matt Prater just got that much in Arizona.
Well, here's the thing, though. Kansas City gave him a huge contract, and an injury puts him out. Tennessee gave him a
They
huge
just paid
contract.
Cairo
It's
Santos
consistent.
$12 million.
The Bears paid
No,
who,
$9
who
million.
did the Bears just sign?
Cairo Santos,
Another
$9 million.
former Buccaneer kicker that we went through with those.
Yes,
kicking
but
balls. How
again,
many-
$9 million for what? 3 years? It's still $3 million.
Joshua,
90%
wait.
kicker
If
last
we're on
year.
the precipice of
Besides
7,
the Lions
if we're
game.
on the precipice of 7 and 9,
That's
then
a Lions
sign whoever you want. Bring, you know what? Dig them out of the grave and bring back Donald.
Listen,
Not
Wow.
Donald. No, not.
I don't
no,
think
I
he's-
agree with you. Suckup was amazing. One of the most reliable kickers last year, and one of the most reliable kickers when he's been healthy. It's still a lot of money.
Okay, now that's a point. 'cause
Still a
he-
lot of
the
money.
reason
Hold
why he
on,
lost
except the
two
one
contracts.
game that I just needed him to hit one of the extra points out of the 3 that he
He
missed.
did miss quite a few extra points.
Hold on. In one game, he missed 2 extra points and like 3 field goals.
Not
We
really.
just need him to hit the one
5
extra
extra
point, and
points.
Peter and I win like $500. Thanks, Ray.
Do you guys?
5 extra points and 3 field
You guys-
goals.
well, you know what happened that
That's
week that he had those misses.
You
Yeah, because
cursed
he's-
it. That's
No.
what happened. You
Well,
cursed
no.
it. You gave him the big bugaboo curse.
But the bank that he banked with, got stuck up.
Oh,
I've been
God.
working on these all day.
Joshua,
Oh,
You're up, buddy. Before I got to go. to
Oh wow,
commercial,
we got
something
some
like that.
breaking news here, really quick
Oh,
here.
hold on, breaking news.
Perennial Pro Bowl cornerback Patrick Peterson has reached an agreement, 1 year, $10 million with
Who?
the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh,
It's like,
wow.
it's
Oh,
like
Minnesota,
half an hour ago.
Minnesota's still paying
Oh,
for.
really?
Oh, really?
Minne-
So sorry. How come you didn't bring it up?
You know, you call it.
Because this is a Buck show. I don't want people to start saying, "Where's the Buck show?" I thought.
Oh,
No, no.
that's what they always
This
say.
show here is the over and under. I am a handicapper of the National Football
Okay, in
League.
that case, Rashad Higgins is back in
covers-
Cleveland as well.
Okay, who covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well? Who just came back from Cleveland?
Rashad Higgins is back in Cleveland. I don't want
Okay,
to
now,
Can
now
you
you're
guys-
now you're just showing
can you
off. Go ahead
guys-
and promote yourself.
Wait a
and
minute
get
though.
off my
Can you
show.
guys believe that Minnesota passed a chance to draft Winfield Jr. when they had Tweed on their team and they passed up a chance? You think Minnesota Vikings? That's the reason why you sign a Patrick Peterson. You're still paying for that mistake.
No, you're paying for the mistake, but you're overpaying for the mistake because to me,
Patrick
Peterson is seen as
Peterson,
He's seen his best days.
Well, that's one of the things. There is Patrick Peterson, who said, he's open to moving to safety. Is that his next move? Does he move to safety and line up there next to Harrison Smith? Be interesting to see. It's been done before. Charles Woodson did it the best.
Rodney
well,
Barber did sometime
Rondé
too.
Barber
Yeah.
did it the best.
Ronnie Lott too. So
No,
I mean,
no.
you've seen some great guys move from cornerback to safety towards the end of their career and have
Your
great
next Buccaneer
success.
Hall of Famer.
Rod
Mr.
Woodson
Rondé
did it too,
Barber.
did he not? Rod Woodson, not only Charles but Rod.
Yeah, the Woodsons were just outstanding.
Yes.
Man, he's bringing the knowledge.
First ballot Hall of Famers.
That's why I'm here. All right, so we got silence there. Go ahead and promote yourself, JCA.
All right, yeah, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Joshua_C_Allen. I've got a bunch of articles up right now. Some more coming out about how the Buccaneers team can open up some room.
Sorry about that.
How the Buccaneers can open up some room to be able to afford some of these guys. What top 10 free agents, outside free agents, might they be looking into? Kind of get in here on some cheap deals. And Ray kind of mentioned one of them already. If Mr. Brown, Mr. Big Chest doesn't stick around, maybe look for a certain Cardinal guy that's been maybe looking for a new home after A.J. Green took his spot, apparently.
Well, why would you
hold
look at the? Oh, go ahead, Joshua.
I gotta
No. I want to hear what Ray has to say.
No, I don't
Okay.
want to spoil what you're going to write because I got you, bro.
Everybody, hold on just for a second. Johnny Dean, stay on hold there just for a minute. I'm pushing Joshua Cole Allen off my show. He upset me. Okay, number one, I might have to pay you a couple of bucks. You know that little thing you and I got going.
Hey,
but
I might have to pay a guy to whack him, but it's no big deal.
It's
But yeah,
somewhat
follow me on
different.
Twitter. Look for my articles and stay tuned for the announcement of the Audible coming back live here on Bucs Report on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and of course that 65,000 following on Facebook.
69,000 now.
69,000
Let's just-
following.
Let's
Woo.
just leave it there, baby.
Yeah, you would say that. You really would.
Joshua Colan, thank you so much for coming on the Over and Under. It's a
Absolutely.
pleasure. You are the source. You are the man. We love you. Catch you later, brother.
Absolutely. And don't forget to tune in on Friday to Peter's show, The Evolution,
Oh,
Sports Talk Television.
I think
Sports
he's making fun of you.
no, I don't think he is. I
I
think
think he's making fun of you.
I think all these guys right now, you guys are all my students right here, my pupils right here. I
Students.
love you guys.
Students.
The
Yes.
sensei. The sensei.
That's
Oh,
right.
Sensei. How are you?
The
That was insensitive. I'm sorry. See
would you shut up and be quiet?
you later, Joshua.
All right, Josh, appreciate you. There you go.
Oh,
man.
that was pretty good.
Love
Now,
that
I
guy.
don't want to forget anything.
Yeah.
Johnny Dean, how are you, sir?
How's it going, man?
I'm doing
I actually
perfect.
was calling in to kind of take up for Ray, and God forbid, everybody knows how I feel about kickers, right?
hmm
He does.
You
Okay,
love them. You have a love affair with them.
but there is a point where you have to pay a kicker, and a kicker makes 1/3 of the points on a team. Okay,
Yes, he does.
you have to pay the kicker. All right, and I wanted to let Joshua Cole, if Cairo Santos, who we had and got rid of, is getting $9 million a year, then Suckup is definitely worth what he's getting.
No, he's not $9 million a year. They paid.
Well, $9 million contract.
They paid him a $9 million contract for the same 3 years versus the $12 million that they're paying here in Tampa.
Yeah, 3 years, $12 million,
Now,
and
compare that to
yeah.
Justin Tucker.
yeah, 6.25, and
Yeah.
again, 90%.
And
Field goal
believe
kicker.
me, the Bears were not letting Santos go after what happened with Robbie Golden.
Wow.
They didn't want to pay the poor guy. You
They
ready?
tried to get him
Three-
back from Frisco.
Hang on, $3.1 million, and Bears went, we can't pay you that.
Yeah, and then
We're
they
not
tried,
paying you
and They
that.
tried to raise it dearly to bring him back from the
And,
West
wha-
Coast.
and then what happened when you didn't give him the $3.1 million? Doink doink,
Yep,
double
doink doink.
yep.
I was at that game.
Double doink.
Double.
Hey, Johnny, and I think you'll agree with me on this too. If we were talking about
Oh my God! Who in the hell is? Should I bring him in? I'm
No,
gonna bring.
please
oh.
don't bring him in. In fact,
him a
block
second.
Hey,
him.
I almost did it.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Why do you
he's
want to ruin the
laughing.
show?
No, that would have
Why?
been cool. I think Keith would have had a
I
heart
did
attack.
not teach you that.
I'm sorry.
No, Johnny, I think I was going to say what I was going to
No.
say is if we were talking about a Buccaneers team that's 6 and
Blame
10, 5 and 11, 6 and 10, 7 and 9, and you're trying to develop a kicker, then I say all for it. But when you're talking about the history Brady has with Vinatieri, the history Brady had with Gostkowski, the fact that the Buccaneers Gostkowski, the fact that the Buccaneers may have 1, 2, or 3 games on the road to a second championship that are going to come down to that field goal
I think
or that
Ray
last
needs
minute,
another
you know,
drink.
that last. Yeah, I'm already 2 in. And you got 1.5 left, guys. But that's the difference. So you pay a little extra for a kicker because you're on the precipice of a second championship,
Just
not
do this
because
one.
you're developing.
Wind him up.
Yeah, you ain't getting no arguments out of me this
I
time,
know
right?
I'm not JD. I'm preaching to the choir here.
I really feel like swallowing my tongue for taking up for kickers in the first place. But
Come on, Johnny, you
Yeah.
can do it.
oh God,
Hey, Johnny, just have a one question for you. You know the rules when you come on the show. What'd you have for dinner, John?
I had nothing for dinner. Don't you know me?
Me too, brother.
Hey,
Except for
I was just curious.
except
What'd you have for dinner?
Except for some. Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day, Johnny D.
Now,
by
if
the
you
way.
ask the dude what he had for dinner, he's going to say relations.
Yeah.
Did you guys get the meme?
Oh, I did. I got it.
Did you get the meme?
Yeah. Know what he had for dinner? A side dish.
Oh, that's called dessert.
We'll see if he's watching or not.
No, but he doesn't watch my show.
I hope he does.
No, he doesn't.
He better watch
my
the show.
dude does not watch my show.
I bet he does.
No, he
I
doesn't.
bet he
He's
does.
never been on.
That's our thing now. I'm betting you
I
every
will-
time.
Okay, how much you want to bet on that, Harry?
I can't.
Yeah, because you know we're right. Oh, look at that. Now that's called a rocking chair bet right there, my friends. That's what it's called.
If the dude is on up here, I'm going to say the dude 3 times, just like you say Beetlejuice.
Or Josh Rosen.
Oh no, not tonight though. 'cause
Do
we-
it. Because you know who will appear if you say Josh Rosen 3 times, right?
Oh, yeah, the Rick Hughes show. Josh Rosen,
That's
Josh
Ray
Rosen,
Kennedy.
Josh Rosen.
Shows up.
That's when Ray Kennedy says
That's
that.
fine.
You're calling yourself Harry.
What?
You're calling yourself every time you do that.
I know. It's pretty funny,
It
actually.
is pretty funny.
Johnny, what else you got, my brother?
What do we say next year? Andy Dalton, Andy Dalton, Andy Dalton?
Hey, man, he's
Oh,
a savior.
good
Oh,
God.
please.
He's the savior. He's the Red Rocket.
Howdy Doody is
John,
not the
wait.
savior.
Now, while I have Johnny, while I have you on the phone, while you're on the phone, I want to ask you the question I was going to ask you guys before I was rudely interrupted earlier. So the Bucks,
Rudely.
not rudely, it was nice, but
Wow, rudely.
the Bucks are bringing the whole gang back, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what if this team had finished in the NFC Championship game with a loss to the Packers or short? Now, how much of this team would you have had to bring back? Would you have? It wouldn't have been the same warm and fuzzy, would it have? Johnny Dean, you first.
That would depend on who was messing up. Because if
Ooh,
we lost that game, it would be on somebody. You know.
Yeah.
that's true. If it was on
So-
someone,
That's a really good point.
That's what I was
But
thinking.
you know what? Of
Right.
all the 4 games that they faced in the playoffs, and I made this point
I hear you. I know you're
very,
going.
very, very, very passionately yesterday. I think Johnny remembers it. But for people that didn't see the Rick Hughes show, The hardest game for them was the first game in the playoffs,
Oh,
and that was
yeah.
the Washington football team.
Yeah.
They
Defense-
could have
Agreed.
lost that game.
Defensive line.
Yeah, well,
And
that-
hold
that-
on, Johnny. They beat the brakes off the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers, and then they just made mincemeat.
Well, those were grudge matches, though, right?
I
Because
don't
they
care
owed
about
them.
there was more of a grudge match on Green Bay side than it was Tampa, because Tampa handed them their ass earlier in the year.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true too.
Okay,
Agree.
Green Bay had something to prove. Tampa was rolling. Let me tell you something. Rick Hughes does know something about football. Let me
Yeah, he
explain that to
does.
you. No, seriously. I mean, I like to disagree with him, and I like to bust his chops a little bit when I'm on a show. But he
Did
called
you have
it
pork
out.
chops tonight, by the way?
No pork chops.
I
okay?
had that last
I have a
night.
pork chop.
Hold on, no, but seriously,
I know you do.
Right
It was
over
good.
it's when they were playing the Atlanta Falcons, and Johnny Dino remember this. Johnny
I like
Dino
you.
remember this. It was the second quarter against the Atlanta Falcons in the first game that they played them. And right after that first quarter, Rick commented and said a light bulb just turned on, and that team was playing completely different. You remember that, Johnny,
It's
correct?
true.
I think a light bulb turns on in your head, but it's the wrong light bulb. honestly.
Sorry. No, here I got you. You're right.
I
You're
do
right.
not believe that was the game the light bulb came on. I believe that the game the light bulb came on in their head and they really buckled down and started believing in themselves was the Chargers game.
Nah, it's after that, Johnny.
No, I
But
mean,
there
look,
was a-
he
no,
did-
there was
they
a
did
bowl
come
in that
back,
game.
but to me, it all came together with Antonio Brown and everybody on this
Oh,
team,
you're
including the
saying came
defense.
together. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying came together. I'm saying when the light bulb came on and they started believing.
They
hey,
realized
this
they could win.
with that-
They realized
with
they
that
could do it.
17-point deficit that they climbed
You know,
out
you
of.
got
Well,
a
they
point,
did the
but-
same. Well, they
but
did
that
the same
team really
thing with
went
the
on a
Atlanta
roll.
Falcons. They were 17-0, and they win 31-17.
Well, right, they
but
did.
from that very point
That
on,
second half of that Atlanta
But
game, I'm
that was the
giving Rick
catalyst.
Hughes
That
you're
was
credit.
the
right.
catalyst for them to go into
No,
the postseason.
Okay, so let me take it from the Johnny. Let me take it from the Bucks to the Bucks fans, because I was sitting at Bonefish Grill watching that Chargers game, and I'm over with my in-laws.
Oh, you were.
It was my son's birthday. I left early because
Oh,
my
that's
son's
right.
birthday.
Yes.
Now, and we were down 17
remember.
points, and I don't think it's so much as the team all of a sudden realized, whoa, but I think it was when Bucks fans all of a sudden were like, whoa,
Yeah.
there's something here, because we knew Tom Brady. We knew there was a chance the lightning could strike. But when they were down 17-0 to the Chargers, there was that one moment where you were like, oh,
Well, wasn't it
here we go.
24-7?
Well, they were down 17 points, right?
Right. Yeah.
And we were like, oh, here goes 7-9 again. Here goes 8-8. Here goes 10-6.
Absolutely.
And all of a
You
sudden
never
we were
felt
like-
that way against the Falcons, did you? Never.
Oh,
well,
hold
I tell you
on.
right now, at
Hold
halftime, we
on.
didn't know what to say about the Falcons game because
I'm
right.
going to beat my chest, Rick Hughes. I was when the last 4 games of the season, I said, when everybody else said 2-2, 3-1, I said 4-0. There
You
was
did.
no way losing it. They
You
were
did.
losing to the Vikings. They weren't going to lose to
Damn.
Detroit Lions, and they were going to win both games against the Atlanta
You said
Falcons.
You
that.
know who
You
else
did.
said that?
Who?
Me.
Peter.
My pork chop. No, but I remember Harry said that.
Oh, God.
But hey, guys, Johnny, let me ask you this. So let's go back to that.
You
that
leave the
first game.
handicapping to me, okay?
Hey, wait. Every time we got a bet on this. I got a bet.
Another
You got a
bet.
bet? Want to bet?
Wait,
do it.
You
Let's
really
do it.
want to bet me?
Want to bet me?
You want to bet the Greek?
Yeah, I want to bet you.
I'm not going to bet you.
I
But
got to
hey, let
offer
me go
good
back. Let me
reviews.
take you guys back. That first playoff game against those Washington football teams.
You guys keep talking. I'm going to bring something out to the table. I'm going to show you what a bet looks like.
Oh, listen to this,
Oh, this
man.
guy's
Bring it
gonna-
out.
This guy's going to bring something to the table.
That'd be something new, right? What you're watching right now is the over-under. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, best of the Bay Cup of Ray. What do you say, Johnny
hey,
Dean,
hey.
the professor? We'll get out to the comments here in a moment. So go ahead, finish up there.
Well, I was
bud.
going to ask you, go back to that Washington game, or the game against the game against the Washington football team. Which was the defensive line going in was a narrative, right? And
Sure.
they do have a great defensive line, but which was almost the biggest bugaboo that game? The defensive line or the mobile quarterback in Heineke, who they had no video on in our previous
Heineke.
history. In our previous
Are
history,
we
of
talking
rookie
about the beer
quarterbacks.
from the Washington Redskins? The beer?
I
the
don't.
beer, the
yes,
Heineken.
The
The
Heineken.
Heineken.
Yes, the Heineken. The Heineken, yes. You like the Heineken?
I like the Heineken.
Put it on the table, Harry.
Yeah, I need a Heineken after this.
Put them on the glass, as Sir Mix-a-Lot
Will you
said.
shut up and be quiet. Why did you take it there like that?
Johnny, what else you got, sir?
Oh, God.
I was waiting for Ray to finish what he was saying. I don't
Well, my
Well,
point-
that's tough sometimes.
well, no, because I do. I'll just like, oh, you was I
Ray-
talking?
Ray
Can
tells
I
you
give
about-
you my Leo word for
Can
the
I
day?
remind you, my
Well,
last name is Kennedy, and I'm Irish. And
Well,
it's St.
Ray
Patrick's
talks
Day, all
about
right?
an accident, then he talks about the other previous 2 accidents afterwards.
So, my entire life is an accident.
I don't know what he was even talking about.
Well, what was the biggest challenge for the Bucks in that Washington game? Was it that defensive line or that quarterback that came out and caught us by? We knew we're like, oh, the Bucks narrative against rookie quarterbacks, so we have no video on, right? The Bucks had a history against that. We're infamous for our games against them.
Stop saying the Bucks. Every team that faces a rookie quarterback has that same issue. Okay?
No, they don't.
We see it the most because it's our team and that's what we're focused on. But every team that faces a rookie quarterback faces crap like that. They have to adjust to the rookie because they have a game plan going in. The rookie quarterback comes out and they don't have a game plan for him.
Not in the playoffs, Johnny. I'm going to disagree with you on that. The Bucs should have handled him a lot different. That game was totally different. The Buccaneers almost lost that game because of their own stupidity for offensive play calling in the third and fourth quarter.
Wait. How do you adjust your defense to a guy you've never seen? You go to a zone defense and the guy is eating you up in the middle. Then okay. You have to know what his tendencies are.
Let me take it to the next level. Hold on. Let me take it to the next level, Johnny. Is it so much because the team doesn't have video on a quarterback that has no history, or because a team has the wherewithal to just open up the entire playbook for a quarterback that the other team has no video against, and they just start running, they throw the kitchen sink at the other team's defense?
You know, I'm going to give the kid some props. He did very well in that game.
Did well enough that they went out and signed.
Tampa had a couple of good defensive plays at the end of the game. That's what won it for them. But what almost lost the game for the Buccaneers in that game, it wasn't their defense, and it wasn't Taylor Heineke, guys. It was the offensive play calling. You're up by that many points. You had no business throwing the football 2/3 of the time in that fourth quarter.
That's a good
You
point.
needed to run the football.
I was down on that also, but
Yeah, but let's make him our next head coach.
When you, what I was
Sorry,
stating
Peter.
was when
It's all right.
they said facing that quarterback. Okay, when we're facing that quarterback, it's the same problem across the league with everybody's facing a brand
That's
new
true.
quarterback that they didn't have tape on.
No, it's true.
I think to what Harry was saying here, Johnny, and I think you kind of agree with that, is and you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if you go conservative and you give the defense or you give the offense back the ball, then basically they're able to score. But what Harry's saying is he felt like they should have taken more time off the clock with the running game so they could take the
That's
ball
exactly what I
out
was
of the
talking
rookie
about.
quarterback's
100%.
hands.
Now, that wasn't my question.
But he
your
really
point
wasn't
is
a
valid.
rookie. He's played before, but Johnny's right also, because when you don't have tape on a quarterback like that, you don't necessarily know his tendencies. That's why
This
You
is the
have-
Super Bowl champions with the best defense in the playoffs. That never should have happened. That young quarterback should have been sacked 12 times in that game. He should have completed less than 50% of his passes. It was the playoffs.
But the problem is that they lost containment on him. He made him pay when they
Yes,
lost containment. I agree with that.
absolutely.
And also, they didn't know his tendencies. You see young quarterbacks in their second, third year, we call it the sophomore slump. They have those tendencies once they get those tendencies on you. But they didn't have those tendencies with the Heineke.
No, I agree with that. But
Okay.
you know what?
Well, that's what
Ultimately,
Johnny was saying.
that was that. I understand, Johnny. You're right. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that was their toughest game in the playoffs.
Mm.
After that, they just cruised. Let me tell you something. Had it been another team that they played in the first round, and then they faced Washington in the second round, oh, they'd have just crushed Washington.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
no, that would
yeah, I
not have
see
been.
it.
They would
No, I
have
see it.
crushed that team. Absolutely crushed them. That
Yeah,
game
because
scared the
Washington
brakes
would have
off
had
of
to
them.
Washington would have had already played.
Yeah.
They would have seen the tendency.
Right,
They-
exactly.
they
And there's no
planned for it.
guarantee that Washington could get through the first round, even with that defense. But the most surprising aspect of that game,
Washington
most-
would have beat New Orleans in that game.
you think so?
I know. So.
I don't think so.
That defense would have got after.
Ah.
That New Orleans game was limp
Yeah,
and
I
crippled.
kind of agree there. I think
Okay.
they
Yep,
would've-
they would have beat them. Johnny and I both said when the Washington football team was in second place and they were just starting to play good football. I'm going to bring it up. Johnny's going to remember. We're the only two that said this, and we were wrong. Had they not faced Tampa Bay, they would have the winner of the NFC least, as Ray Kennedy would say.
Right.
They were going to win the first round in the playoffs.
And
if
somebody
they didn't
just
play
mentioned
Tampa.
that right now. Let's go out to David really quick, guys, and we can all answer this. Do you think not having a Devin White in the first playoff game might have something to do with it? I think it's a
COVID
great. I think it's a
sucked.
great. Yeah.
No, it was
You
a
know what?
huge minute.
You know
huge
what?
difference.
Absolutely. But I think the play calling really almost hurt this team more than anything.
And when I hear you say that, I'm hearing you go back to how we got our asses waxed by the Saints in the second game of the year. And I hear us when we were having that narrative down at the deck at Bar and Grill at Isla del Sol, is the fact that, okay, we lucked into that championship and not lucked in. We won that Super Bowl and we dropped that mic. But we honestly, there were times throughout
There
this
was no
2020
luck.
season.
They earned every bit of that.
No,
right?
not lucked in, but there was times during the 2020 season that we questioned the no risk it, no biscuit philosophy.
I think
The
there
whole
was.
year
I think
we were
you
questioning it.
question it when they were going 3rd and 1 and you're going 5 wide receiver set instead of running the ball, and they kind of got out of that. And I think that's where you give credit to Byron Leftwich, because they all came together. We know that Bruce had some say in that game plan, but at the end of the day, it was Byron, it was Tom, it was all those guys' collective heads coming together, and they finally came together. And you didn't see a lot of that play calling. You saw more of a play calling where you would run the ball on the 3rd and 1, you would pound the ball, you would have more
absolutely.
balance, and that is Byron Leftwich, and that's why he's going to be the
Is
next
that
coach
why-
of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I've said this before, but during the season, you throw everything you got written up out
Mhm.
there on the field and test it to see what works and what don't.
Oh, that's a
You
great point.
Start eliminating all of the minutia from your playbook.
That's true.
And by the time you get to the playoffs or get to a playoff run, that's when you start seeing the real playbook.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely a good point, Johnny Dean. Thanks a lot for the call. Anything else, boss?
Nope, that's it, bud.
All
Johnny,
right.
really, thanks for calling the over and under, buddy. You're the best, and I love the debates with you because I tell you what, you know how to bring it.
He does. He likes to get you fired up too. He gets me fired up
He
all
got
the
me
time.
fired up.
Take care, Johnny.
Let's
You
go.
know, Ray, I want you to tell the viewers out there, and even Peter,
Oh,
you
there
and
we go.
you and I have talked a lot of football,
Oh yeah, we
even
have.
off air.
Yeah.
And I do share with you throughout the course of the week, especially during football season, what I'm thinking about betting, why I'm thinking about betting it. And there were a lot of times I bet against the Buccaneers. I didn't say they were going to lose.
Right.
There were certain games like the Giants,
Mm.
the Falcons, the Saints,
Yeah.
the Chiefs. And the majority of those games where I didn't like them in the first half. And there were reasons. One time in particular, I think you remember when we were talking about the Giant game. Peter, we were all at the Deck Bar and Grill.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting inside. You guys had the outside shot. Ray and I were inside, and I thought you were ready to fall over when I said, bet the Giants in the first half. They're getting 9.5 points. And I could see you going like this, trying to get me off air. But I said, I didn't say they were going to lose the game.
Right.
But this is not the matchup. They were walking into a team that was a wounded duck
Mm-hmm.
and a wounded dog. And when you back up a wounded dog in a corner, they're going to come out and fight. They had no running game. They were losing 2 defensive linemen, a left tackle. And Ray says, well, how do you see them actually winning at halftime? I says, their tight ends are going to destroy the middle of the field.
And you were
I
right.
hated that. He
And
was
they
so
did.
right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I says, and then they'll make the adjustments toward the end of the second corner. By that time, it'll be too late. The Giants will cover. And then I laid all the money that I won, which was $2,000 in that first half.
Nice.
And I laid every penny on the Buccaneers minus the 9. They only covered by 1 point. And I won that game. You talk about the skin of my teeth winning. Okay. I did that with Atlanta.
No wonder
the
he
same
picked
way.
the tab up that night.
Well, yeah, you picked up the tab that night, but here's the thing. You cursed the Lions game because we were about to win some money here.
A lot of money. Anyway, if you have a question or a comment,
I'm
please
not
give us a
talking
call.
about that.
The phone number is 727-320-5866, 727-320-5866. Welcome to the Over and Under. I'm Harry the Greek with Best of the Bay, Tampa Bay Ray, and my co-host over here to my right as well, Mr. Peter Blake from the Sports Web.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We
You
got
wanna
some
get
comments here.
I
Yeah,
just
let's
have
get
to
these
back
comments.
up in here. I got to figure out where we're at. Just
Well, I
give
think
me
we're-
1 second.
Yeah, I think we're your Tony Montana.
Yeah, I know, but
Tony
I-
Montana.
I don't know who that is, by the way.
me neither.
Scarface.
Why?
You know who that is? I don't know the guy.
Oh, you don't know who the fuck it is.
Tony Montana, also
Hey, can I
mock
have
draft
another
place. I already seen it. Absolutely. You want one?
No, I'm kidding. I'm good.
You want me to call you a hoser too? Were you here for that earlier?
You have to call me an Uber. Yeah, I
An
live-
Uber. I
and I
never
live
have to
across the
call you an
street.
Uber. Definitely have to call you an
What?
Uber.
Khalil Davis from Russell Weeks. Russell Weeks about
Yeah.
Johnny Dean. First draft pick for the Bucks should be defensive tackle out of Iowa.
Yes, I know
Davian
he's
something.
Davion Nixon.
Oh,
They
that's
like him a
it,
lot.
Davion
Yeah,
Nixon.
we're going to
Christopher
definitely do
Cole.
some more research on him.
It's too early to draft a quarterback. Maybe in the next few years because Brady will be here for at least 2 or 3 more years.
We'll see. I
I
definitely think it's possible. I think anytime you're ruling
Yeah.
out a Tom Brady, you're
I'm
really.
not going to Jordan Love Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm not
Matt
gonna, I'm
Colson.
going to give him every tool he needs.
I agree.
Matt Colson says a Nick Citro sighting. I don't think so. Russell
Where's
Weeks.
Nick Citro?
Well,
at?
Nick Citro's got that. He said, make sure you vote for the Bucks Report in Nick Citro's poll on his Twitter page right now.
Oh yeah, he's got a fan poll out there.
Oh, I didn't
Exactly.
even know
Yeah,
that.
we're
Bucks
winning.
Report number 1, baby.
Yeah.
Russell Weeks. Sue was double teamed without Vita, and Nacho and McClendon couldn't get to the quarterback. Sue played every snap and stayed healthy for 2 years. I believe Sue is way too underrated.
I agree.
I want to throw up.
I agree. Don't you agree with that? I mean, the stats
Yes,
show
okay, I agree.
Just agree.
I just don't like the guy.
Okay.
Well, let me
just
ask
get
you
over
though,
that.
He's the
I am.
last.
I'm
He's
already
the
over it.
last.
Okay, good.
He's the last of the big bring them all back crew, right? Is it because he has twins on the way yesterday, or because Warren Buffett's in his ear telling him how to go for every dollar, or because he thinks he's worth more than the Bucks are able to
I think
pay?
the Bucks are trying to find.
I think they're
fun
trying
money.
to figure out
Yeah.
whether, not just finding the money, they're trying to pay him in crypto.
You probably were probably right.
No, that's how
Well,
Robert Kraft.
Bitcoin.
Robert Kraft works like that, and he pays you in the Asian rand.
By the way,
frame.
if you send me a friend's request and you're doing like Bitcoin or something like that, I'm not going to accept it. I'm sorry. No mutual friends at all. And then you write me and go, what do you think about it? I don't think about anything. I think about Bucks Report.
I implore you to use Bitcoin.
Really?
Get Bitcoin. Absolutely. Tony Montana, 2.8 first year salary
you
cap.
guys
hit
know
for
who Tony
suck up.
Montana is, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Matt Colson. Tony Montana is actually Al Pacino. He's the closest Bucks fan way back. He's a closet Bucks fan way back, CV.
Say hello to my little.
My little friend. Is that not a classic movie, by the
Say
way?
hello to my
The thing, look,
say hello to my little friend.
would you shut up and be quiet? No, the thing that bothers me about that movie, guys, is the fact that his guy in the movie, his friend marries his sister.
Right.
And the sister is ready to announce it, and then he shows up and
That sounds like a Brian Pearson movie.
well, he shoots him. No, he shoots his friend.
Total cocaine move.
I don't understand. I don't understand it. That's your
Okay.
boy. Why would you not want your friend with your sister?
Well, he was paranoid from all the cocaine use at that point.
Well,
I
fuck,
guess, but still.
just just don't pay the VIG and you'll find out. It's real simple.
It's Vic.
Oh my god.
Don't say that.
You're so white, man. I swear to God.
Happy St.
That
Patrick's
always
Day.
bothered me about that movie.
You're
Always.
the whitest Irish dude I ever met.
I'm
bro.
black Irish.
I know.
How many times I gotta tell you
I
this?
love you, Rick. JT, I still have nightmare. Oh,
I think we got to turn that.
I don't know how
down.
to turn that volume down.
We got to turn that down, maybe.
Welcome to the Over Under with Harry the Greek and my two great co-hosts. Who's calling?
This Matt again.
Oh, hey Matt.
Hey, Matt.
You gonna scream at me, Matt?
No, I'm going to tell Peter so that he missed the whole thing of the movie. He told his buddy, leave the sister alone. Don't mess with my sister.
That's right.
Yeah, he did tell him that, but why? But why? But why? That is his guy. That is his security guy that's protecting his back. Tampa Bay Ray is my buddy. Harry the Greek is my buddy. If Tampa Bay Ray wanted to be with one of my family members, I would give him the opportunity to do that because he's my guy. He's married, so don't.
But don't let that stop me.
Right. But I'm just saying.
Hey, and don't say anything about my sister. She passed away.
No,
all right?
but Matt's
Well, you
100%, right?
she did.
Oh well, now you
no,
make me feel
no.
bad.
She's a good-looking girl too, man.
No,
My
but
sister's
Matt's
off
right
limits.
though.
Was it?
It was,
Right.
and Matt,
She's off limits.
it was because family first, right? So there was the underlying message, family first. Don't mess with my sister, and he ends up going with his sister. Yeah,
But why be friends? This is what I don't understand. Listen, Matt, this is what I don't understand. If you're friends with somebody and they're good enough to be friends with you, then why would you eliminate family members?
Well, that's when the cocaine comes into use. Was the paranoia?
right. So I get it. He said what he said, but it doesn't make any sense because the guy had
Well,
his
see,
back.
He jumped to a conclusion. He saw him at the front door. He looked over his shoulder. He saw his sister coming down the stairwells in a nightgown. And he's like, "Oh, so you just boinked my sister? I haven't seen you for 3 days, and then you go and boink my sister. Well, here, have some of this." And he shoots him.
Right. And then and then
what
obviously what happens to him? He gets shot
Oof.
because he didn't have security at that point.
Great movie though.
Yeah.
He-
It bothered
there
me.
was a metaphor in that movie. When Tony was building up his thing, he did everything going forward. Everything was fast forward. I'm looking ahead. I'm looking down the road.
Right.
At the end, in his office, when everything was blowing up in front of him, he put all his attention to the front. And like all the rest of his life, he never looked to the rear.
Wow.
And the
Wow,
rear
look at
came back
Matt.
and kicked his ass.
Deep.
Hey Matt,
if you-
seriously, do you give that movie 2, 3, or 4 green tomatoes?
I give
saw
it.
that movie when it first came out, and I went and saw it again the same day.
I'd
That's
live
8
that
hours.
movie.
Movie's awesome. I
Well,
love
let me
that
tell you
movie.
though, where else, guys?
Don't
On
forget
what
the
sports
VIG.
platform are you going to get the breakdown of Scarface?
I'm
Matt
telling you,
Coulson,
from Matt
baby?
Coulson.
That was
I
awesome.
had
Awesome,
hair back
Matt.
then, Ray.
Matt.
I had hair. I had.
He had hair.
Well, that's
We want
Now I
pictures,
got
Matt.
no hair and I'm
I don't want pictures.
just like Tony Montana. Sooner or later, you're just a big fat gut. That's all you are. Say hello to the bad guy.
Good stuff,
100%.
Matt. Love it. Good
Matt,
stuff.
appreciate you calling in, buddy, but we're done with the Tony Montana talk, all
It
right?
just bothered. That's always bothered me. That always bothered me. All right. Thanks a
too,
lot,
Matt.
Matt.
Take care,
Appreciate you.
Matt. Appreciate you calling.
I love that.
727-320-5866. 727-320-5866. I don't know why I keep going with this 320.
I mean,
thing.
maybe
had to
that's why
change
a lot
the
of people
phone
are not
number.
calling. You can't even get the number right.
I can't get my number right.
You're supposed to be the numbers guy here.
Peter, I got that number.
I didn't think you'd mind.
Peter, I got your
I'm
number.
gonna have some beer.
Oh.
We're going to go back to the comments here. JT, I still have nightmares about the kicker we moved up in the draft for.
Thank you. Roberto Aguayo called. He wanted to know if he could get a job somewhere.
And
He
the
can't.
irony is he's still on someone's practice squad, right? I mean, the guy,
Which I
that's
don't
how it
understand
rolls.
why, but anybody who doubts and says, well, they overpaid for the kicker.
Hey, buddy,
okay.
in
you
the
want
preseason,
Roberto?
that guy can hit a 100-yard field goal. The moment you put him with actual defensive linemen
Pressure.
coming up, I mean, it's just
Well, guys, I know a certain platform on that covers the Bucks that were totally ass kissing. The last kicker we had.
Oh,
Right. Well, yeah, I'm not going to go there, but I'm just saying.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like, oh, this guy's the
Yeah.
best thing since sliced bread, and all of
Oh,
a sudden
yeah.
you put him in. But then he just got a huge contract too.
well, how many kicks did he miss in his Buccaneer career?
Several.
Okay, so how many did Suckup miss? 90%.
90%, baby.
$4 million a year worth it.
and he missed
Welcome
them
back,
all
Ryan
in one
Suckup.
game that cost us a nickel.
Well, yeah, that's true, but you know,
I do
I
remember
believe
that.
that on Ray.
That was
Troy
all my fault.
Polamalu, King Troy, Trojan legend of SC.
Y'all,
Y'all take care of our boy AB.
I think they will.
Russell Weeks, Jamal Williams only got $6.75 million for 2 years from Detroit.
Hmm.
Johnny Dean, I don't have no idea. Troy Polamalu with our. I'm not. Even
I like the
gonna say
guy.
I'm gonna call
He
Head and shoulders.
I like him.
Troy Head and shoulders.
You
Brady
shut
said
up.
his dream
Trevor
is to
Lawrence is
retire
gonna be
with his
doing commercials
beloved.
well.
Brady said his dream is to retire with the beloved Lions. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't think that's true at all.
David Skirls, or I can't read it.
well, there's
David.
a bug there. I think there's a bug right there.
Kyle Van Noy back with the Patriots. Yes, sir, he is. Smilegate, 1,000,000% Sue is underrated. You're correct. Pat Searcy, how you doing, Pat? Best of the Bay Ray.
Yes, sir.
Russell Weeks, we had the rookie defensive line, Khalil Davis, and still had to go get McClendon. Says a lot about Davis.
Hmm?
North Sports, Mr. Andrew Faubert.
Yes, the big board
A,
or Adam
A.
A.
Beg for the leg, Ray Kennedy.
Yes.
Big for the leg. But let me go back to the McClendon comment. Let's make it honest. The Jets were just looking to dump him. I mean, the Bucks took advantage of a situation. McClendon was a solid player. and
But he's a
he
solid
is.
player, but also you had that depth. So that's why I say, look, even if you don't lose a Sue, to
Does he
me,
fit in this system, though?
McClendon,
Yes.
yes, he does.
Would he be better in a true 3-4?
And he's going to be better in this system. I hope he doesn't go somewhere. But look, if he does, and if
I think his
if a guy like a
abilities-
Nacho goes somewhere, then to
I
me
think
the defensive
McClendon
tackle
needs to
becomes
be-
a need.
I think McClendon will struggle in a hybrid or a 4-3, but as a true 3-4 lineman,
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd be a little bit.
Wait,
more.
Nacho's going somewhere? Well,
Nacho's a free agent.
who let the dogs out?
I don't know why you just said
Ooh,
that.
let
but-
the dogs out.
You remind me of the guy from.
Hey, if you don't play for the Bucks anymore, you're on my death list.
the
I'm
hang-
Tony Montana.
the Hangover
Tony
guy.
Montana.
What's his name?
Russell Weeks. What do you think, James?
That's
White,
what he said.
what do you
Where's
think?
your,
This
where's your
guy.
satchel at?
Hold on. Russell Weeks got a good point. What do you think? James White plays for pennies? No.
No, he doesn't play for pennies. But again, we talked about that. He's going to play for the opportunity to play with Tom Brady, and also the opportunity to win another championship or win another championship with the Bucks this time. instead of
Chris
the Patriots.
Williams. I bet James White is a buck next season.
I don't know about next season. I think actually this season that they lose Fournette.
I think that's what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
Meaning this season, next
Okay.
season. Everybody's still living the world champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's right. There you go.
Chris Williams, just use more void years and get them both.
That's anything is possible. I
Guys,
guess.
I've seen teams do voidable years and sell their soul to the future. And it's not just
Is there a worry for you? Because there's not a worry for me.
No,
People
because
keep on
if
saying
there's ever been a
right.
team worth it. I mean, I'm talking go back to the 49ers and Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Ronnie Lott, Roger Craig. There's even them, I wouldn't have sold my soul to the future as much as I
Another-
would for this Buccaneers team.
Another Montana.
I see.
Hey, see,
Como
Coco?
está?
What I'm saying is that,
Yeah.
you know, we could be sitting here a year from now going, well, coulda, shoulda, woulda. But I'm saying is if there was ever a sure bet,
Wow, I like that.
I would do it with bringing these guys back.
I
for
agree.
What they can do.
I agree,
for the
and you got to
possibilities.
take the opportunity when you have a Tom Brady in the house for at least a couple of years. You do.
Yep. North Sports Dynasty, my man, C. Allen, Joshua Cole Allen. Could you imagine the hype I'd have if Chuba was a buck in the 4th or the 5th?
Fourth or fifth round. Yeah, that's certainly possible. You can get a running back in those rounds. You don't necessarily have to draft one in the first round. We've seen that.
Russell Weeks, Rojo and Lenny is still one of the best, if not the best duo running backs in the league. I'd agree with you if
Yeah.
they ran the ball more.
Well, they definitely did that in the postseason. That's for sure.
Thunder
No,
and
not
lightning.
even in the postseason. They only picked it up. They only ran 33% of the times on first down.
Well, they ran.
Let me repeat it. 33% of the times on first down that they ran the football.
But did they not run the ball more than they passed the ball versus the Packers?
Yeah.
Did they not run the ball more than they passed the ball versus the Saints?
the first time.
First
the first 2 times.
Down. First down.
But that's what I'm
That's
saying,
when
though.
running-
They
If you run the ball on first down,
uh-huh.
it opens the entire playbook. Guess what? You know, that's a new idea. Ray, what do you think?
But you don't
if
want
you
to
run the ball on first down,
But
don't
here-
you think it's a great idea?
But
Looking
here's
at
the
second
thing:
and
you
4.
don't want
Yeah.
to become, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't want to become predictable at that point
What do you mean predictable?
by running the ball on first down all the
Your
time.
best football teams of all times play defense and run the football.
You don't want to be in second and 10, second and 11. What if you lose?
No, you
First
do
down.
that. You're woulda, shoulda, coulda, Peter.
I'm just saying.
Oh, shut up. Russell Weeks, I hate
Oh, God.
on Fournette is a little ridiculous in my opinion. What he did in Jacksonville, besides 1 out of 3 years he was hurt, was great. And that's him having a garbage
O-line. No, I agree. I absolutely agree with him. And again, I have nothing but love for Leonard Fournette. I didn't think he was going to come back here because he wants to be a bell cow runner. But if he's going to be here, Lombardi Lenny's definitely welcome
you
to that
kidding
running
me?
back.
Yeah,
room.
because if we didn't have Rojo,
Love him.
If we didn't have Rojo, I'd almost change my stance on Ryan Suckup to keep Leonard Fournette
But
here in the
let's see.
backfield.
Let's
But
say
I'm
you
just
even.
saying.
Let's say you bring him back. It's a good problem to have because even though you have the victim of volume in a Ronald Jones, you save him a little bit. You get a chance to bring in there,
You know, every time you
Fournette.
say that, I get tingles in my back.
right?
Because I always want to tell you, Peter, you're all the volume I'm ever going to need.
And that's
That's never going to get old. You know that, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
after 10 o'clock,
because
so we're good.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
For all you
yeah.
guys that don't understand, go back about 3 months ago.
Yeah,
You
let's
will.
not.
Just go back to the sports web. Just look for a particular individual.
God.
It has to do with undergarments. I don't
Yeah,
get it.
I don't
but
get
I'm
it
just
either.
saying it.
I don't
James
either.
Haw. Hey man, you just paid you guys a compliment.
There you
Actually,
go.
I think you paid me one too.
You
It
guys
says,
are
You guys
awesome.
are awesome.
Well, thank you.
You're talking
Appreciate
about
that.
guy.
Thank you, David Moser. I'm afraid we're going to look like the Saints in 2 years and start losing everybody.
Not
You
at
know
all.
what? Whatever goes up will come down. The man is right, but not going to be to that extent. This management is too good. But when it does come crashing, it's going to crash because
No.
eventually people are going to leave.
It may crash, or they may
Okay.
be able to continue with the
But when I
contract
say
signings.
crash,
And
but when I say crash, I'm not talking Detroit Lions from a couple of years ago
Right.
or the Cleveland Browns.
correct.
I'm talking about a team that plays 500 ball. They build it up again, and all of a sudden now you have the perennial team again.
Well, because the NFL is cyclical, and right now you're looking at the Falcons.
There's a lot of parity.
well, the Falcons are going to go with Ryan Leaf for one
Parity
more
is
year.
prevalent.
Well, and it is, and the Falcons are going to go with Ryan Leaf
Man,
for one more
a
year.
double Leo word.
Thank you.
Because I said prevalent.
No, previty.
I
don't
get
know.
credit for that. Parity
Okay,
is prevalent.
Parity.
Now you go ahead and finish.
We're the
it's
dummies,
prevalent
you're the
that we're
writer.
Talking parity. Well, no, my point is though is that you're right. It's cyclical, and forget it. I'm
No.
gonna have some more beer.
We are having a good time. But seriously, if you have a question or
Oh,
comment,
yeah.
go ahead and leave us a comment here, and we're going to go ahead and read your comment on the air live, or call us at
Please never
727.
change.
It is St. Patty's Day. Give me a break.
No, I'm not going to start pinching you because you're not wearing green.
Just
Which,
don't.
by the way, pinch yourself because you're watching the over/under right now live here on Bucks Report.
Oh my God, stop it.
Would you like that?
727 320
I loved it.
5866. 727 320 5866. And we're going to get back to Russell Weeks. Super Bowl teams don't have garbage kickers. You're absolutely, well, that's, you know what? He's right.
Yeah.
You don't. You beg for the, is it called
Harrison
begging for the
Butker, he's not a garbage kicker. Of course, he
Nope.
scored their only points.
Matt
So-
Colson, Johnny
Wow.
ordered a Chicago deep dish. Johnny who? Oh, my boy Johnny.
He ate that for dinner.
Jason Ball.
Ooh.
Why Josh? Mike DeRoche. Oh, hey, Mike. You know what? Every time they call, it kind of just kills
It
my
kinda
ears.
wait-
It's like an
They gotta
80s
wake
soap
haven't
this
opera.
up.
figured it.
Right. What is that? Like
I
they're
feel like
jumping the
it's the,
restless?
the guiding light.
That's
What is
Johnny.
the guiding light? As the
world.
world turns. Oh, here we go.
Like the sands in the hourglass.
Sands
of
through the
time.
hourglass.
Johnny,
the
I should have
days
bet you.
I
of
won-
our lives.
I
I
should-
won concert tickets for knowing that line.
Wow.
I
From
should have.
Q105 back in the
Hold
day.
on.
Sorry.
I should have bet Johnny Dean. I still haven't heard from Rick Hughes.
Yes.
I haven't heard from the dude.
Well, the dude said he's eating nachos watching this.
Yeah, I know what he's eating. It ain't no nachos.
Oh God!
What do you mean
said
he's
it,
eating
I
nachos?
said it, and you didn't. You
Oh,
just
it's after
texted.
10. Okay, we're good.
Johnny, how come you lied to your brother over here?
Oh God!
What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
Me neither, Johnny.
Maybe your lives. I was going on. Man.
Johnny's like the ornery grandpa you never had,
But you love him. You love him so much.
Jinx.
Johnny, do you know who the rapper was? D.O.B. That's you, bro. You're D.O.B. Google it.
What are you talking about, man?
Johnny D is D.O.B.,
I don't know
brother.
what this show is.
It's a good show. We're talking about sports. We're
Right.
talking about what you ate for dinner and
It
garbage.
sounds like you've drank. I know he's drank. I have to
Okay,
drink.
Harry, here's what I called for.
Yes,
Because
sr.
The last time I heard it before I turned the volume off was you talking about the Bucks are going to come crashing down.
No. Please, I
Wait,
knew
wait,
that
wait,
was
wait,
going to
wait,
get
wait,
you.
Wait, no, wait a minute.
Oh,
Get the
shoot.
full
You're going to get the
story, dude.
professor's going to lecture you here.
Okay, sorry,
Sorry,
Professor.
get lectured here.
I saw what's his name's post there about, oh my God, in 2 years we're just going to be like the Saints and destroy ourselves. No, we're not. See, we have depth. We're drafting depth very well. We have players here, and we're going to continue to draft players here from this point here that's going to fill those holes of the people we lose.
I feel like I'm going to get my ass smacked like
You
I did back
probably
in
are.
school.
Go for it.
No, I really do. I mean, do I have to put my hands on the wall?
No, but let me tell you
You
guys,
look like a mime right there. What it was?
Johnny, I was watching I was watching you guys on the way home, hand jack. And the thing about it is,
Hand jive.
hand job, going back to Jason
Hand
Light.
jive.
Well, going back to
I thought you said
Jason.
hand job. What are you talking about, Peter?
It's the wrong show.
Okay.
I came up with you. I came up with you. Would you shut up, Johnny?
To talk about crashing down, but the
Right.
Buccaneers are not in a position to bring the entire gang back if it wasn't for the fact that the general manager, Jason Light, had this team in a position
Hold on.
going into
I
2020.
do have someone on my back. No, it's a mosquito.
That's a mosquito right
that's on
there.
my
That's your
screen.
bug. That's
My bug.
continues to hang
I
out.
don't believe it.
Wait,
Dude,
wait,
Rick,
Yeah,
Joshua, Jacob.
What'd you have for dinner?
No, forget about it. Where are you guys?
Your neighbors are going to call the cops.
Oh, piss on them.
Well, your neighbors
Yeah,
are my
piss
neighbors.
off.
That's the problem. My daughter's over here going, Dad.
That's really good. No, you are correct. I didn't say they were going to crash. They're going to come down. They're going to have a lull period. It's not going to be as bad as what's going to happen. But then again, we don't know what's happening to the Saints. We're only speculating this. This team could actually be very good this year. Do I think they're going to be really good? No.
Well, wait, the
I
Bucks?
think they're gonna
No.
be-
Oh,
The
look at
Saints.
this.
Oh, son of a bitch, because I'm getting ready to throw down. Well, here's the thing that Tom Brady at quarterback, 32 teams in the league would come down.
I got to break that.
Wait a minute.
Well, no, that's not breaking news. It's just a rumor at this point, but we kind of talked about that. I got sent this right now.
Well, rumors are
Card-
like a-holes.
NFL
Everybody's
rumors. Cardinals Larry Fitzgerald has 2 teams on his radar per report. Vikings. Of course, what's the significance with him and the Vikings? Isn't his father a writer? Newspaper writer from Minnesota?
yes.
Yes. And then the Bucks, of course, which Tom Brady.
Please don't bring him here.
That's that.
Well-
I'd love to have Larry Fitzgerald here. And Larry
Who else you
Fitzgerald-
going to throw the ball to? Dude, you going to invent a
Dude,
new
wait,
offense
wait,
with
wait,
5
Harry,
footballs?
Stop with the throw the ball to. If Larry Fitzgerald comes here, it's because he's wanting to have a connection with Bruce Arians and go into the coaching aspect of the game.
And Carver.
Only reason-
Well, he
Carver,
could
the
still.
receivers coach.
Would you not agree here,
They're
Johnny,
gonna-
that
you
he'd
know
still
what?
be
To
productive?
get Larry Fitzgerald over here, they're going to have to
Very
restructure the Water Boys
Well,
contract.
no.
Well-
That's just it, though. It has to work money wise. But I would argue that you could have Tom Brady and Larry Fitzgerald in a golf cart to the side of the field, and they make this Buccaneers team a better team than they were in here.
Well, I tell you right now,
Yeah, I agree. And Harry, stop talking about contracts. We're already making money. Jason Light is sitting in the middle of the pentagram right now with candles burning. the money is going to come from somewhere, I guarantee.
Obviously, Johnny, you don't listen very well. I just said twice on this show, twice on Rick's show, that Jason Light is on a different level from any general manager in football that I have ever seen.
Yeah,
Ever.
agree.
That man is making it happen. It's just unbelievable what he's doing. What else you got, Johnny?
That was it. I just wanted to pull your leg on that one.
No, you didn't pull my leg, but next time you call in, just smack me again. It felt good.
And Ray, oh, by the way, Ray.
Oh, that question mark.
You was worrying about with the coming down. Our first round draft pick this year is going to be rotation. He's going to be development. Okay.
Yeah.
When has that ever happened? When do you remember that ever happened with the Bucks?
I'll make
Where
you.
our first round draft pick is going to be a backup.
I'm so sure of that, Johnny, that I agree with your rotational player. I would bet the over that the Bucks may not draft in the first round this year.
Yeah, I could see that too because
Why?
everybody that we're drafted is for depth.
Because you get to number 32. There's 25 teams that need that 32 pick, and the Bucks could draft back, save some of that capital they'd spend on the first round pick, and then spend it in the next 2 or 3 years.
I will
when they're in
bet
cap
you
space.
anything they don't trade that
Make the
draft
bet.
pick because
I'm not making a bet.
let me tell you why. Because they're going to trade their best available. I mean, they're going to draft the best available. They have that kind
well,
of
they can do
luxury.
that. They have that luxury. They do. But
They have that
and
luxury.
Johnny, when I asked,
Absolutely do. They can go either way they want to go right now.
And-
This draft really for Jason Light is
I know.
probably champagne and
YouTube.
caviar, dude.
Johnny, today I asked you, I sent you a message about 2 in the
Good.
afternoon. I said any information, or it was later in the day, but I was asking you and you sent me a question mark back. I was just asking because I've been following the Bucks, everything. And of course, the Bucks report had you covered, Peter Blake and myself both on Monday when we signed Shaq Barrett to that contract.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if there's any news on Suckup or Ndamukong and Sue. But as always, brother, I appreciate you because you are one of the best sources for information. And go ahead and tell us where we can find you on Facebook or anywhere else.
Yeah, Johnny.
It's What's Happening Sports and Entertainment, Facebook, and all around the Bucks report.
And
There
that's
you go.
where I get a lot of
Love
my
it.
information, brother.
Love it.
Thank
Thanks,
you, JD.
Johnny. I appreciate you calling in, brother.
All right, bye.
All right, there you go, Johnny Dean.
Got a question or comment? 727-320-5866. 727-320-5866. Yes, Ray.
Has anybody commented about how good I look tonight?
Yes, this one says, I am thinking of Ray Kennedy.
Is that Tony Montana?
Jason Moss, studying film. Russell Weeks. We cannot use what Chicago's front office does as an example of what to do about anything, period. No, you're right, but I'm going to go ahead and bring it up since you're so interested about Chicago. I just have to do this, okay, guys? Here's a really good general manager. This is what not to do. Ryan Pace recap. Signs Mike Lennon for 3 years for $45 million. He trades up in the draft in the same year to draft Mitchell Trubisky over Watson and Mahomes. Then he trades a 4th-round pick for Foles and pays him $20 million while Andy Dalton was a free agent in that year. And this year, they sign Andy Dalton a year later.
Yeah, what's going on there? Does he have pictures of somebody?
I have no idea,
'Cause
but I tell you right now, they tried to make that trade with the Seattle Seahawks, and the Seahawks were not going to make that
I'm
trade.
glad
They're
it didn't
never
go
going to
through.
make that trade.
I'm glad it didn't go through. There's no player in the National Football League that's worth 3 number ones,
Nope.
and a third, and 2 defensive starters, perennial Pro Bowlers, and one of them is Khalil Mack.
Well,
Are you nuts?
I will be honest, though. The fact that Doug Marrone held on to the job in Jacksonville as long as he did makes me think that maybe Pace having his GM job in Chicago is not
well,
that.
maybe you got
question.
Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher had some pictures of the general manager, the owner there with the Rams for so many years.
James
He should have
Bob.
been fired.
That's true.
He should have been fired.
Heck yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I think it was the Bears game. I don't know what he's talking about. Bears game. Jim Baugh. All you guys need is a couple of fake beers. Fake beers. No? Right?
Fake beers. This ain't fake, bro. Let me tell you something right now. They were 2 for 1 at Publix last weekend.
Jason, bringing to the table. Careful. It's glass. David, do you think not having Devin White in
We
the
talked
first
about
playoff
that.
game might have been something to do with it? Johnny Dean, Matt Colson, you knew better. I like turtles from
Well, that's great.
I like turtles.
Who doesn't like turtles? Do you like Ninja Turtles? That's
I
what I
like-
want to know.
I like Ninja Turtles.
I like you.
I like
you.
Ninja
I like
Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. Turtles.
Good evening, gentlemen, and Harry laughing my ass off. Oh. Okay.
The days
Sorry.
of our lives.
Welcome to the Over and Under. I'm Harry the Greek. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, good to talk to you. My name's Andrew. How you doing?
Mr. Andrew Faubert.
Yes, sir.
How you doing,
Hey,
Andrew?
what's up, big board?
What's up,
How
brother?
you doing?
Peter, Ray, how you guys doing? This phone call's gonna cost me like $13 a minute, but it's
13 bucks. Now, hang on, Andrew. Is that 13 Canadian or U.S.?
Yeah, that's what I
That's
want
what
to know.
I was going to ask you.
say that again.
Is that 13 Canadian or 13 U.S.?
I don't even know, man.
Okay.
You don't know.
I love Andrew.
I could have sent you the link. I mean, that would have been nice.
Yeah. So what's up, brother?
want to send me the link, send it in a chat. I'll pop on with you guys.
It's yeah, I'm gonna try to figure it out here in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off. That way, you don't have to pay that $13 a minute. I am so sorry, Andrew. Bye.
Dude, don't ever apologize. I'm the one who called you.
No problem.
Well, there you
eh? Talk to you later.
Let's
Bye.
waste his time then. He wants to pay.
Here, no, I'm not gonna do that. You know how to do that. You can figure that out.
Oh yeah, you
through
can do it
here.
right there.
There you go. You can figure it out through here.
Oh, I'll figure it out through here.
Sure,
Oh, okay,
absolutely.
I'm the producer here, of course.
You are the producer.
Johnny
am the
Dean, I
producer.
know you, Lobster Boy. What's he taking? Lobster Boy or Soldier Boy?
Wait, lobster.
I
boy.
don't no idea what you just said.
Monster Lobster.
Monster lobster. I love
Monster
monster
lobster.
lobster.
Peter gives Harry what? Tingles? Oh God.
I know who Monster Lobster is, by the
I
way.
don't have Andrew Faubert in my friends request.
Well, that'd be a problem.
Well, how do I do it here then?
Well, I don't know, bud.
Sorry, Andrew.
I'm saying,
Post it on
I
Facebook.
posted-
Post it
Oh,
on
yeah.
Facebook and
Let's
see who
not
we get,
post it on
baby.
Facebook because we don't.
It's
what
St.
did
Patrick's
Monster
Day.
Lobster say? What's up?
Peter gives Harry the tingles. I think I'll leave that one up. His hands are above the table. Let's get it right, gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Johnny Teen, the Tingler.
The victim of volume.
Oh, you're the all the volume I ever knew,
Oh,
Peter.
you're such an
Buck
idiot.
time. Danny Shelton is not nearly as good as Sue from what I've seen.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he's much younger, but not better. Doesn't necessarily
Sad
mean-
to see Patrick Peterson off the market.
Why?
God
Everybody
bless.
wants him.
Jesus.
He's gonna take away, great playing time from these kids in a Carlton Davis.
We
and
talk about a Larry Fitzgerald.
I
Hall
just
of-
figured it
Hall
out.
of-
Look at this. Ready? How about that, guys? Da-da.
wow, there you go. But you sent it twice, so there. Okay, that
Did he
works.
post it in the Bucks Report chat?
There you go. I
So
would.
did.
I would
Andrew-
be careful.
You got it, Andrew. But
We
anyone
might have
else?
some freaks coming there.
Oh, hey.
They only
From
come out
freaks,
at
freaks come out at night.
But we're talking about, hey guys, we're
Freaks
talking about
come out at
Patrick-
night.
Patrick Peterson. Not going to doubt the performance of this guy's play over the years, but Larry Fitzgerald, Hall of Fame receiver without a doubt. We're talking about the depth at wide receiver is probably a lot deeper than our secondary, but bringing in a Larry Fitzgerald versus a Patrick Peterson as far as need and development of a young squad, which the Buccaneers secondary is a young squad at this point. I think trying to bring in Patrick Peterson would have been more of a mistake.
I agree because again, you take away that valuable playing time from those young kids, and they played well. And that wasn't one of your big needs in that, that back end.
Because the
So-
front end makes up for what?
The back end, but the back end
Just
played
saying.
well. And
The
if,
back
he-
end
if he's
played
playing the
great.
safety,
Hey guys, you can't talk about the back end, okay? Obvious reasons.
I love the back end.
Hey, bro,
Of the Bucks.
there's only room in
If you
here for
knew-
one
Of the
grief.
If
Bucks.
you knew what that meant, you
Of
would-
the Bucks.
Shut up, Poppy.
Oh, I love it.
Buck time. Love how Jason Light is resigning people in order. Resigning, not resigning.
Oh God,
Jesus.
Johnny Dean's in there. That's
And
not.
people in order to port. Who's that? Johnny D. Oh
Yeah, Johnny
boy,
Dean.
I'll get you in a second, Johnny. I don't want my ass smacked again from this guy.
I
This
know
guy's
it's gonna.
brutal.
I'm telling you,
This guy's brutal.
Are we back in the back end
Christian
again?
Moore. All right, I got to bring Johnny.
Christian Barrymore. Yes.
in. Yeah, there you go. How you doing, Johnny?
How's it going, guys?
Oh, I'm
Going
doing
good,
much
bud.
better. What did I do wrong now?
Nothing yet.
Okay, good, perfect. What'd you have for dinner, John?
Oh, Jesus. It wasn't pizza, that's for sure.
Did you ask the dude what he ate tonight?
He had lobster.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
He had lobster.
Yeah, the monster lobster.
His-
I thought it was Snapper.
I'm done. I'm done with this.
I'm torturing you guys.
I think we're all fired.
No Rick Hughes. No dude.
And I'm the one who's not sober.
I like the idea of Larry Fitzgerald. Since if he don't go to the Vikings, I wouldn't mind making space for him here. I think Arians will do that because he's always said that Larry Fitzgerald could be a coach.
Johnny.
And
Johnny, you have to. For everybody out there, include Johnny, you got to hold on. I got to go to a quick 30 commercial.
Okay, bud.
Hold on, guys.
Welcome back to the Over Under. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Harry the Creek here, my professional handicapper, and of course, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. We got also Johnny Dean on the line there. So.
Johnny, thank you so much for being patient.
Okay.
So Johnny was saying Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I got, honestly, my point on this Larry Fitzgerald thing is just because there's no other news going on. It's so dead right now.
Well, here's the thing, Johnny. As much as I was not against Antonio Brown, as much as I would make the argument 7 months ago that Antonio Brown wasn't a need, Larry Fitzgerald would be more like a want.
Yeah, well, Larry Fitzgerald is still he's productive at what he's doing. He's not like what was his name that came here and then just wouldn't even take a kickoff or something like that.
Deshaun Jackson.
No.
No, way back before that.
Alvin Harper.
Thank you. That's it.
Alvin Harper.
Oh,
but he was a
God.
huge free agent, like $8 million for like
Right. And Larry Fitzgerald's going to come in at vet minimum. Arians is this guy. Arians will find a spot on the roster for him to make sure that, because Larry's a legend, man. Larry's going to be a Hall of Famer. All right. And he doesn't have a ring.
And that's
Arians will give him a ring and will try to coax him into coaching.
And that's why 53 guys will go through a brick wall for him.
Yes, that is exactly. Larry Fitzgerald brings that with him, like Brady does. He brings that attitude, teamsmanship. Let's say.
Oh, but I was saying, Johnny, that's why for 53 players will go through a wall for a Bruce Arians, because as long as it took Bruce Arians to get a job as a head coach in the NFL, because he wasn't a politically correct type of guy, he's also a player's coach, and players know where they stand with him. He's not going to give it. He's going to tell you your ass ain't going nowhere during a Super Bowl parade over in the Hillsborough River, and he's going to play it straight. And that's the reason why players will go through a wall for him, because if he sees a Larry Fitzgerald out there who's willing to come here for a vet.
Hold
He's
on.
gonna do it.
Everybody hold on. For the first time on the Over and Under.
Oh, I told you.
First time, the one, the only, the myth, the legend, the dude.
Dude looks like he's praying.
Far out, man. Far out. What's going on, guys?
It was the
Hey,
snapper
how are you?
comment.
It was the
Hey,
snapper
that
comment.
was that sounded exciting. Hey, Ray, that Bucks Report T-shirt is pretty awesome, bro.
You can get one. $10.99.
Hey, I used
the
to
lobster.
dude, I got to tell you, I told Ray earlier today that I used to have a shirt just like that one time, and then I got a job.
Hey, ask him.
This guy.
Ask
This
the dude.
guy.
Ask him.
What, the Monster Lobster?
Ask the dude what
He can hear.
Hey,
you.
dude, hold on. You know the rules.
this.
Dude, what'd you have for dinner?
Oh, well, what I had for dinner was some delicious nachos. You'll be able to see some pictures of them on what's cooking in the South Saturday.
No, Ray was saying you were having snapper tonight.
That's not fair.
It was lobster.
Now,
that
coming
was this
to you, that
afternoon.
sounds rude.
Peter said monster lobster. Ray
That
said
was-
snapper. I said the poor guy's just eating nachos.
You know me better.
I had the snapper this afternoon.
You know why I love this guy? Because, dude,
Can you see Peter's face right now, guys?
of the three of us sitting
Look at
here, who goes back furthest with you?
Ray,
Ray
you do.
Kennedy.
That's why I'm gonna compliment you on your shirt and on your hat, and I'm gonna say with love that doesn't Ray look like a semi-retired Fred Durst right now?
I do.
he did it all for the nookie.
I did do it all for the nookie. And you can bring the nookie.
Gotta save those leg shots, man. Oh,
Oh, you can
And
see-
man, I have hey, nice package.
see everything. Guys, nice way to pull the shot in tight. You can see my you can see my snapper.
Oh my God, let's see. Hold on.
Jesus.
Peter ain't hiding either, man. That's a glass table.
I look like a retiree over here in mainland.
Hey, it's Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy live from Sun City Center.
Can you not see his legs? Jesus.
Hey, Ray, we love you, brother. We love you. But real quick, put it back to full screen with Ray. Ray, do me a favor, bro.
Do something.
I need this for the internet. The internet needs this. Stand up for a second. What kind of shorts are you wearing, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
That's-
Stand up.
Well, hey, they're pulling up on me.
And easy. Stand up. Nice and easy.
Wait, are those denim?
You suck.
Here, let's see. Stand up.
they're
Come on.
they're jorts.
Hey, man.
Are those denim?
No.
No.
Dude.
Okay.
We start calling
hey.
you denim.
Hey, dude. Hey, dude, get Ray and Peter to put their legs up against each other. Let's get a leg off here. Let's get a leg off going here.
Wait, hold on a minute. Let me do some calf exercises.
Why are we talking about this?
You know what? I feel like we're gonna get flagged for the word leg off.
You know, all we're missing right now to complete this circle.
Is a jerk?
No. Seriously. We're missing Rick Hughes.
That's you.
God, I love Ray Kennedy.
No, but seriously, dude, I do have a question for you.
Oh God.
All righty. No, it's a serious question.
I
do have
was
a question.
asleep.
How happy are you?
I didn't know I was full screen.
I'm not asking him about the snapper.
I'm
guys.
reading the comments right now, dude. I can't help this. This is
Stop reading the damn
I'm
comments.
glad I
dude.
wore pants tonight.
Oh, you shut up. Nobody.
Dude, seriously, will you guys stop just for a second? I really want to know something because, dude, I have to ask you, how surprised and how happy are you that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were able to make all these signings? I mean, did you honestly think 2-3 months ago, heading into, knowing at the end of the year was coming, okay, the end of the season, they won the Super Bowl. Did you honestly think that they were going to be able to retain as many people as they have, let alone Chris Godwin, Shaq Barrett, and Levante David?
I'll just say this. Obviously, the Buccaneers got their stimulus check, and they've spent it pretty wisely so far. Here's what I think is funny. I was just laughing off there with a friend of mine. Right now, we're all thinking, I wonder if they can bring Antonio Brown back. And then news comes out that Larry Fitzgerald could be coming to the Buccaneers. And I'm thinking, what bizarre world are we in where the Buccaneers are like, well, if we can't get Antonio Brown, we'll just bring Larry Fitzgerald in.
It's Madden. I'm telling you, it's like Madden all over.
It is like Madden.
I mean, it really is.
I mean, you're putting a team together. You're like, oh, who do I want? Let's go Randy Moss. No, let's go back and get Jerry Rice. No, let's look back up and get Bolitnikoff. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, of course, Bolitnikoff is dead, so you have to dig him up again.
But in Madden,
Of course, though, with the Gravediggers.
With Donald Igwebuike.
Oh, right.
What I meant to say
He's not dead.
But I meant to
He's
say,
still-
I meant to say Garo Yepremian.
Hey guys,
Maybe
I'm
his
gonna bring someone else in here. The man is the man of the North.
What was the man of the North?
Seriously, he's the man of the North.
Our boy
is Keith
Andrew.
the man of the South?
And Keith is the man.
Tonight he is.
No, not Keith. Let's welcome everybody. The North Sports Dynasty. The man with the sun out and the guns out. Andrew Faubert.
Hey, ask him.
Hey, hold on, Andrew. Andrew, you know the rules.
Can I use the bathroom?
Yes, you can. That's in my shower. You don't use the shower. Andrew, seriously, before you say anything, what did you have for dessert?
For dessert.
Dessert.
Yes, dessert.
Honestly, dessert
Jerry Cobbler.
by far the best brownies you could ever eat, my friend.
I'll bet.
Did the brownies have
I will
anything green
bet.
in them?
Of course
the dude
they
wants.
did.
I'm asking for a friend. The
He's
dude.
eco-friendly. Andrew's
What state are we talking from right now?
This is Florida,
But it's-
legal.
But we're
Then you're
talking
damn
about
right there was
medical.
green in there, sir.
There was something really good in green. Did you hear that, dude?
Yes.
And you know what? I forgot we got Johnny Dean with us too.
Well, and you got me here, so there's a foursome right there, baby. I don't know about you two.
No, we're doing a 5-way.
I don't think they can read Morse code, dude.
That would be the greatest session for sure. There would be a lot of things smoked for sure.
Hey, the dude has had a couple drinks tonight. So Andrew, over your shoulder right there, is that jersey say that sucks?
That's exactly what it looks like. It says.
There is a Y in there, gentlemen. You have a little bit of respect. You know, I don't
You
make
are
fun of
Canadian.
your lightning, okay? I know we got a bit of a rivalry. Okay, I don't make fun of your lightning. I respect your lightning, okay? Datsuka's a god. I want to hear it.
We
But yes,
Andrew-
if you took
Andrew-
the Y out of there, it is true.
Andrew, to be honest, we didn't know that you had any alphabet, but A.
Hey, hold on.
Hey.
Was it Corona that I seen?
I do have Corona. Yes.
Oh no, that's not good.
no, it's
Show-
not. It's
Lift it up and show everybody the Corona.
Are you social distancing?
Are you socialistic?
I can't
my
even-
wife is 6 feet away from me right now. Yeah.
For
Hold
for
on.
the record, I know who Pavel Datsuk or
For
Datsuk.
those
I
of
know, I
you
know
that
you
don't
do. I know
realize-
you do, boss.
You can only do Miller Lite, no Corona.
Miller Lite. Why Miller Lite? You know how expensive that is up here? This stuff, gentlemen, I kid you not. Okay, this right here, whether you call it a 2-4 or a flat, whatever you want to call it, okay, a case. This used to cost $64.99, I would say, on average for one of those. Once this pandemic started and everybody heard coronavirus, beautiful $10.99 for a flat in a case.
What's
From like
what's the flat
April
case?
2020 to July. It was absolutely beautiful. I just stocked up and was like, oh yeah. There's a lot of dumb people up here.
Now,
Hey,
dude,
check it out.
how do
Hey,
you-
check it out. This is me excited.
you guys are terrible.
Oh
How
man.
can you guys afford to get drunk, man, if it's costing $64 a case?
Does it
Hey,
really
I mean,
cost
I do-
that much money?
I do live in Alberta, so I mean the only province that actually makes any money here.
Welcome
I
to
once
the democracy. Hey, how much is gas up there now?
Today it's about $1.16 a liter.
Jeez.
Oh, that's $4, almost $5 a gallon.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's like I once had relations with a girl named Alberta.
Alberta. Alberta.
You know, dude, I think you've had relations
Calgary,
with a
Alberta.
lot of girls.
hey, Calgary.
Please tell me
eh?
she was a redhead.
Well, at least our boy Andrew Forbear is not close to Virginia.
I mean,
He's 6 feet from it.
8 hours. Yeah. Well,
What? No, not Virginia.
Look at
Regina.
hey,
Oh my God.
look at Peter. Look at Peter. And Ray's the man behind the curtain popping in real quick.
That
No,
shadow,
that's-
man, it really
by the
throws
way-
me off.
Now that's where what's his name's from? Mike DeRoche. He's close to Regina, isn't he?
no, he's in Winnipeg. I
No,
believe.
he said it was Regina.
He said he was six miles from Regina, something like that.
I don't know, but once you leave Regina, you end up in Moose Jaw, right?
What happened what happened? Because I've never been that close to Regina.
Oh God.
And
What
we have,
hap- no,
we
honest,
have 3 kids.
what happened? He said he's 6 miles away from Regina, but he lives in Manitoba. What kind of twisted crap is that?
I don't know, but it looks like. Oh my God. Hang on. The
whole
man with a
gang
million
together tonight.
followers.
Oh, I'm
The
gonna.
one and only-
Peter's just loving this.
Hold on. The one and only. What did you have for dinner? Mr.
Oh,
Rick
Rick
Hughes?
Hughes.
Now we are complete.
You're
Now we are complete.
filet mignon, baby.
Oh, filet mignon.
Yes, sir. I had filet mignon.
Right.
I roasted some Brussels sprouts. I felt like splurging tonight. I had a really good night.
But just to let you know, Mr. Rick Hughes,
the dude had
the,
fish.
the dude had snapper.
That's
Can,
right.
can you guys
I bet he did.
can you guys still see my Regina?
hey, can we talk about Ray's
Here, look.
legs?
No, look at his legs. Look.
Any shorter
just-
on those shorts,
yeah,
Ray?
I
We're gonna
know.
see your Regina.
Yeah, no, I'm a little terrified of what's going on there with those legs. I'm like,
Does anybody remember?
Hey,
Hey.
what's cooking in the South?
You notice that Peter's trying.
Dude,
I
how
notice
is
that Peter's
Peter's face,
tucked his legs up behind his chair legs right now.
how is Peter's face more red than his shirt?
How is Peter's face more red than my beard and Datsuk's jersey, guys? Like,
Hey, no,
how is
seriously.
Peter's face more red than Harry's quarterback?
Oh,
Hey, hold on.
Wow.
Here, do me a favor. Put the light on, because there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
I think Carrie's calling you
The Red
Red
Rocket.
Dalton.
Yeah, Andy Dalton. Steve,
The Red Rocket.
Yeah, absolutely.
he signed with Chicago, right? So it just
Yep.
means he's getting closer and closer to Canada.
Yeah.
Once the XFL hits,
The
he's-
Chicago Bears. That's the extension of the CFL now.
Hey, Harry, honest bet. If
there's
the
no
merger
such
does
animal.
happen, if
What-
the merger happens with the XFL or CFL or partnership, whatever you want to call it, over and under, say about 6-7 years, Andy Dalton is eventually on a Canadian or XFL team in general.
That's a
See-
great question. I do see a lot of players that can't make it in the National Football League, go over to the CFL. But if that merger does happen, you're going to see a lot more talent going to those teams up there. I
You're
still
damn
don't
right.
understand. I still don't understand how they're going to, accommodate those teams for having a wider and longer field. And some of the rules are different.
Exactly.
And because their offensive game plan is completely different, it would not work here in the States because they wouldn't
Unless
throw for as many yards.
unless they're going to change it up somehow.
So
Well, a lot of those NFL players that go over there wash out there too.
Yeah,
Well, and
Andy
here's
Dalton's going to be washed out here in a couple
Well,
of
no,
years.
Moon, Doug Flutie, Joe Theismann.
Hey,
More-
when I
more
got a
money.
question though, when someone like Andy Dalton, a really famous redhead, I think the word is ginger. I don't know if that's like a bad thing
It's
to say.
offensive. How dare you?
So when a redhead or a ginger gets like a huge contract, do all the rest get a cut? Like,
I mean,
You say not with the end of there, did you?
that'd be cool.
Are we going back to the vagina again?
No, we're not.
I want to do a whole segment on Regina, Moose Jaw,
Red
and,
Rockets.
It's coming.
Why those?
literally.
Why
Now
those
Rick says
cities?
something about something's coming. Oh, my
It's coming.
It's cooking in the south.
Why there's so many more funnier named cities. Like we have a city called Fuck It, I'm pretty sure. In, like,
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Actually,
That's not
And
how
that-
you
and that-
spell it, though,
No,
Andrew.
you spell
No,
it
I
with
mean
PH.
Sorry.
Right. And that's not Canada, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's one.
It's in India.
There's one there. We have one in Nova Scotia that what's
Okay.
his name is like
Isn't that island on the East Coast, north of New York, north of nowhere?
That's where you're from.
Dude, oh my, no, guys, you do not understand. Ray,
The dude just
if he lived in Nova Scotia or
Prince
Prince Edward Island,
Ooh, weird.
oh
Short
my
sleeve.
goodness, guys, you would never get him back. He would be
Here's the difference. Hey,
You guys,
Guys,
you guys-
time out.
Hold
Time
on.
out.
Everybody remembers the commercial. Who wears short?
I wear
Ray wears shorts.
Now, Andrew, what I wanted to say though, brother, is if the XFL and the and I'm not going to lie to you here, the CFL, and I'm going to speak for a lot of NFL fans, a lot of Americans here.
Yeah.
CFL has always been that
speaking for America.
there's no other football on.
We're doomed. You're speaking for America.
No, but I'm serious.
You're dying right now, and I am all for this.
The CFL has always been that there's absolutely no other football on, and I want to watch some football. Now, no offense, but now if the CFL and the XFL merge, and let's be honest, the NFL could use a developmental league. The CFL and the XFL merge, you're talking about a out of the ballpark home run.
hey, wait a minute. We gotta put this shot with Peter full screen because I'm gonna read some Canadian city names. Just a couple, Rick.
Come on, man.
Yes.
You mentioned Nova Scotia, right?
Yep.
Hey,
There's a city there called Balls Creek.
That's where I was born.
really?
Yeah, that's
This
why
is the first one, Peter.
Oh, no.
This is the first one.
And we move on over to Ontario, and there's a place called Mono.
Yeah. Yep.
So I
That's,
feel
that's
like-
where I was born.
Sam
Not
Darwin
in that
went
city,
there.
but
I feel like we'll take those two. We'll take those two in time together. That you got Mono from Balls Creek. So there you go.
That's not how I got it.
now if somebody was born in Mono and someone was born in Balls Creek and they made a child,
I mean, is that what you say? You
And
born in
that
Balls
child was
Creek?
born near Regina.
I was born.
Andrew, I got you on full screen just out of curiosity.
yes, sir.
What's the weather like up there? Do you got like 20 feet of snow?
No, it's all
60
melting.
degrees.
It's all
Are you
melting.
kidding me? We're all coming out, man. It's awesome.
What do you think is coming out? From the closet, or
Andrew's
you
coming
think
out. Breaking news.
It's all coming out. It's all coming out. We're all coming out, man. It's not even cold anymore. Pop out. All the snow's gone. It's melting.
Oh God.
It's brilliant.
I don't think Mike DeRoche has left his house yet. You know,
Actually,
He
today,
did. We have
to be
pictures
honest,
of it.
Today, to be honest, we got to 11. We got to 11 degrees.
What? That
I
means
literally-
nothing to us. You understand that?
Okay, okay, hold on. I'm gonna. You know what? I will find out.
Find out.
11
I'm gonna
By the way,
find
hey,
out. I'm gonna
Teresa.
find out for you guys.
I'd have to take these shorts off if it was 11 degrees.
Do it.
No.
Do it. Do it. Hey,
No.
hey, dude.
Speaking of Balls
50,
Creek,
52. It was 52 here today.
That's
okay.
nice weather.
That was warmer than it was here.
You were talking Celsius, weren't you, Andrew, at first when you said 11?
Hey, Rick.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hold on, Rick. I'm
Yes.
gonna put a picture up here. Can you put her on?
Great
no.
music.
Aw.
The producer's off tonight.
No, no.
Oh, we got the
We
angry
want-
producer.
We need the producer. Just
Yeah,
for,
the producer is off tonight.
can't you bring the producer in?
You can tell the producer's off because he's smiling.
Hey,
what did
Hey,
he have
listen.
for dinner?
Rick, if you don't put
hold
the-
on. Let me see if he comes here. Come here, Fuji.
because if
Come
you
here,
don't put
buddy.
Fuji, the producer, on, I'm gonna
Fuji.
get my 5 cats and bring them up there and kick the you know what out of
Come
you.
here, Fuji.
You have 5 cats.
Come on,
Eric?
buddy.
Yeah, bro.
Manager of WWE. Mr. Fuji.
Hey, so
Fuji.
what do you think of the weather?
He's just looking at me.
Hey, how many cats does Harry have?
Hey,
5.
hey, I got five pussy cats.
Okay, I got a snapper.
You win.
I just figured you out, Harry. You're looking at the laptop or whatever that is. I thought you were just talking to somebody off screen there.
You know what I'm concerned about? You know what's a little weird is that Harry has pictures of my cat.
Well,
It's a little weird.
It's not for him. One of his cats has a crush on your
Hey,
cat.
Rick.
Oh,
I have
okay.
more, I have more pictures than you think, Rick.
Cat hub.
Hold on.
Ray, let that sink in. He has more pictures than you think.
Hold on. I'm gonna bring it in. Hey, do
That's
it.
why he's got this camera angle on your shorts
Hold
there.
on, everybody.
Right?
Hold on. Rick doesn't understand.
Stupid Bucks fans say.
That's awesome.
Told you.
I've been on there.
Let me tell
Yes, you
something.
have.
You haven't arrived
Oh,
till
wait,
you've made it on
you
that
got the angry
segment.
producer right there.
There's the anger producer.
Hold on.
Why can't we bring in the Rick with the blessings? Can we?
Here we go. Do it.
I can't. Not if Rick says no.
Rick
I,
is-
listen, man. It's your show.
I love the anger producer.
Look, I'm taking the night off. So all you twits just leave me alone. I don't want to hear from any of you little f***ers. Go away. Get off my lawn.
That's my wife.
Let me
every
tell you
night.
something for people that don't know that out there, but I'm sure you do. That is all part of Rick Hughes' show. That is you should catch the anger producer. I'm telling you, he's absolutely hilarious. It's just one of a kind. Rick, you are awesome at what you do. You have some of the best shows on Bucks Report. It's just
you really do.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I love
I mean,
it.
it's just absolutely.
Chasing. I was about to say chasing Peter, but that sounds a little weird. But I mean,
No, it's okay.
you
We
kind of.
understand, Rick.
I think you know what I mean.
For all the
Is that a
people
sequel
that
to
know,
Chasing
Rick is
Amy?
single. It's okay to chase Peter.
Well, we've already talked about the Balls Creek tonight, so
Well, you know.
a stranger can it
They're
get.
chasing Peter in Balls Creek, you know.
We got 8 minutes to end this show, guys, because I'm not going to 11 because the cops will be here.
There has got to be a city in Canada named Taint. We'll have to check that out.
No, there is.
No,
There
they're
is-
taint.
No, there is a Taint Canada.
Who's there?
Yeah, I heard of that.
It's in the middle of where?
Yeah, it's when you're in the United States.
Not
Balls
my
Creek
province.
in Regina.
Will you draw a picture? Do me a favor, draw a
South
picture.
of it's south of Regina.
He doesn't know what a taint is. Just please draw a picture for him. He'll understand.
Ain't got a clue.
I thought Idaho was south of Regina.
So is Pete.
Hey, dude.
Yes.
Did we
Dude,
talk
can
sports in the
can-
last
can-
hour?
Can you help us bring this back in, please?
True.
Wait.
You're
Oh,
going to ask
boy,
me
are
to
you-
to help you bring it back
Oh my
in?
gosh, are you barking up the wrong tree?
I'm over here thinking we should be digging a little deeper into Regina.
That's what I felt like.
No, seriously,
That's
man.
what she
You
said.
asked the dude to do that, and
It's,
he'll
this is
take
the
it all the way
Buccaneers'
out.
new year, and we're talking about Regina.
This is Team Hey, you know.
Did I
Snapper.
bring the viewers down with my Canadianness?
No, no,
Go ahead, Andrew.
no, you're good. You're good for the viewers.
Oh,
I would hope.
Go ahead, Andrew.
With what?
With
I
your
don't-
exactly.
And he just did.
Sing, Andrew, sing.
Very good job. He just did bring us down with his Canadianness.
Yeah,
There you go.
I want that jersey. That sucks.
That
That
sucks.
My
sucks.
dad's
Yeah.
jersey.
Hey, what Canadian communist hockey team is that?
Oh,
I'm Blackhawks fan, bro.
This one right here.
Who's that?
This one right here is the 2010 one that you guys almost took on our home soil, which was revenge for us taking the 2002 gold medal off of your
What
home
team is
soil.
that? What team is that?
Team Canada, thank you very much.
Oh, no, that's Team Canada, eh?
Oh yeah, eh? And
No,
then, well, I
hold
guess
on,
above
hold
it,
on,
that's
Hoser. Hold on. You guys had who from the Chicago Blackhawks help you try to win it? What's his name?
on the 2010 team there.
Yeah, it's
That
not
would be
The
Jonathan
Chicago
Taves.
what?
the Blackhawks. They're Jonathan Taves.
The what?
Rick, you
They
don't
can, they can. Hey, I don't understand. Okay, listen, I don't understand how the Edmonton football team has to be called the Edmonton football team, and the Chicago Blackhawks still get to keep their name, but that's a different story.
because Blackhawks is not. No, we're not going there. Johnny Dean's on.
I am just really nervous right now.
Matt Colson. I'm not going to read that.
I'm not reading you, Matt.
Something about pork tank.
Screw you, Matt.
No, man, you always read it, but it's too long for me right now. Hey, it's St. Patty's Day. By the way, guys, happy St. Patrick's Day to all
Yeah,
of you.
really.
Hey, cheers.
Lucky to have this show, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. You know what? I got to tell you, I had a lot of fun tonight.
after
We talked a little bit about
We may not
football.
have a
Very
show.
little.
Very little about football. We actually talked football before these guys got on.
But that Tatum.
This is Rick's fault and the angry producer.
Yes.
Actually, I think I'm blaming on the dude.
I barely said a word, and I'm still getting blamed. It's like my life. This is my everyday life.
It's Rick's fault. It's Rick's fault.
I just show up, and it's like Rick did it. Huh?
No, dude, that angry producer, he is the funniest
Oh yeah.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The guy is absolutely hilarious. Thank you
love
so
it.
much for letting me bring him on. I wanted to do it so bad you had no idea. I know I'm supposed to have my own thing, but that is absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. You are the mastermind behind the angry producer.
He's funny.
No, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
He is.
You gotta try living with him.
Funnier is his name. His name is Fuji.
Fuji. You gotta try living with him.
Mr. Fuji.
You never know. You never
So
know.
who thinks the Bucks are actually going to trade pick number 32 and get a 2022 first rounder? Like let's be
Okay,
completely
it's
honest here.
absolutely officially a Canadian thing to do what he just did because Mike DeRoche did it all night on my show. Everybody's in the middle of talking about something else, and it's just right smack in the middle of it in pure Johnny Dean style, no segue.
That's my
He
shtick, man.
just
You guys
starts
gotta back
talking
off.
about something else.
You
Hey,
Canadians
all I
gotta
heard you
back
guys
off,
say
man.
is it needed to transition back to the Bucks, and I just tried to stir that ship right around. Okay.
Yes,
He didn't call it segue at least.
you know what?
And
I'm gonna
segue is a
actually,
French word.
you know what? We got a few more minutes left. I'm gonna go around the horn. I'm gonna start with Rick. Rick, I'm gonna put one up. I want you to go ahead and read
You're
it.
going to put one up.
Yes, I am. Go ahead and read it, Rick.
I just got re-signed by Jason Light today. They didn't want to lose me. I'm a good water boy.
Oh, that's a good one. Now down to Mr. Andrew Forbear.
We need pass rush and D line. That probably has to come from the draft.
What do you think, guys?
Oh,
I definitely think that.
That's
I've
a
said that
developmental
from, yeah. I
and
mean,
offensive
defensive
line.
tackle, outside linebacker, 32. Hopefully.
I'll say this. Let me go. Can I throw something on that last one?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
We don't need pass rush and D line.
Nope.
We don't need anything. That's the bizarre point behind all of
Beauty
this.
of it.
It sure would be nice to get a little more depth there.
Absolutely.
Because we
that's what she said.
Yeah. What's coming next, by the way, guys? Who's signing next?
Who's signing next?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Ndamukong Suh.
Yep. Sue's going to sign next.
That's if that happens, I'm just gonna light a cigarette, and kick back, and
Did you
call it
have
a
to
night.
take a cigarette?
I don't even smoke.
I haven't had one in almost 2 weeks.
That's brilliant. I am very happy for you, man.
you.
That is, dude. That's the best news of the entire night.
No,
Bravo.
seriously, man. I'm trying to quit. I've smoked for so many years. Haven't been really feeling all that well, and since I've quit, I do feel a lot better.
I'm going to say this though. Congratulations. If Ndamukong Suh hasn't signed already because of the fact that he's already over at St. Joseph's Hospital and his wife's in labor giving birth to those beautiful twins, then it's not going to happen. Because if he hasn't signed yet, it's because he's looking to make a little extra money or he's
If
decided.
his wife is busy giving birth, perhaps he's distracted.
Well, no, what I'm saying is because he's probably near over China.
I hate to throw a curveball into this whole conversation.
Hold on. Ndamukong Suh's concern is going, Holy cow, man. Hey, Doc, can you stitch that up a little bit, man? I
Yeah.
know I'm all right down there, but man, can you stitch that up a little bit?
Hold on, man. I got something to do.
So my point is,
Anybody got a pen?
my point is at this stage in his career, with the advice he's got from Warren Buffett, with the investments he's made, with the monies he's made, and with Twins on the way like yesterday, if he hasn't signed already, I don't see him being the last of our 17.
Listen, he always signs late. This is his shtick, man. He's always done it. He's not in any hurry. No. His last 2 contracts that he signed late. And it wasn't, it literally was just, he kind of came sauntering in and did it on his own whenever he was comfortable. He's not in the free agent frenzy.
I get what Ray's trying to say, but Ray, did you not hear me when I told Harry that Jason Light is standing there inside a pentagram with candles lit, and there's going to be he's going to have the money, okay?
Okay, well,
He's
anyway,
not even a worry.
we're gonna get back to the comments really quick, and guess who's up next? And I can't wait. Say it with conviction, okay, Mr. Johnny Dean, read it.
Ray Kennedy is so dreamy.
And who did that come from?
Wait a minute. I have to quantify this.
No,
Ray Kennedy is so dreamy, but just a little bit shy of Darcy Glazer.
Oh, wow.
She's dreamy.
Really? Let's not bring in the Glazers now.
She's dreamy.
Peter,
want it?
you're on set. Can you read that from there or not, sir?
Let's see here. Tampa Bay will trade back to get more depth, and will package O.J. Howard in the 32nd pick to move up.
Wow.
Well, I don't know about that.
Wait, what?
I know the guy that.
Wait a minute. They're going to trade back to get more depth. and
Or
then trade.
or they will package OJ.
Or yeah, okay.
Or they will package.
All right, got it.
I don't get the move up part. There's nobody in the draft that we would need to move
You
up.
know, I know the guy that made that comment. His name is Pat Searcy. I'm sure.
Oh,
everybody
Thanks.
knows.
We all knew that.
Yeah.
Well,
Pat,
no,
you're crazy.
Pat knows his Bucks.
He
But
knows, but he's crazy.
Let me ask you guys: if the Bucks were to do that, because OJ Howard, there's a team out there that looks at the commodity, this kid from Alabama, the fact that he hasn't yet had the success he had. What would the position be the Bucks would address if they moved up into the top 20 with getting rid of OJ Howard in the 50 year, which they already claimed his 50 year?
Well, there's no position of need. I know what you're wanting. I know what you're wanting, Ray, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to be
what Ray wants.
Ray wants a quarterback. Ray wants a developmental quarterback desperately. The only thing he wanted more than a developmental quarterback is Ryan Suckup.
Rick, I was going to say we don't need a kicker.
I made the
Move up
comment
to the
earlier.
first
Ray.
pick in the draft and get a kicker.
Listen, are there going to be any surprises coming?
Oh, there's always surprises coming.
I think there's going to be a surprise coming.
Someone's
I'm
going
gonna
to
tell you
trade up
right
into
now,
the top.
in the draft, I'm not thinking.
I mean, from the Bucks.
I don't think the Buccaneers are going to trade up in the draft.
No.
Whatsoever.
No. Is there going to be a surprise cut, or I mean, what are we facing? What are we looking at in front of them? Because
There's going to be a draft pick that you guys don't know, and that will be the surprise.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. If they don't draft somebody, you can make. I hate to say this, you can create salary cap room by you draft somebody and cut someone.
Like Cameron Brate.
Remember Bill Belichick drafted back completely out of the draft?
That's $6.5 million.
Yeah, but
that would be such a mistake.
But I'm not saying
did that work out with Bill Belichick trading back?
It did for years. It did for years, and that's why they have the capital they got now.
Yeah.
Rick, you're next, buddy.
It's after 11, guys.
Oh, sure. Thanks.
All right,
Bucks time 12. Our
Do you
past
guys have a
defense.
sound limit? Sorry.
What?
We're outside. It's
They
11.
said it's 11 o'clock. I was like, do you have a sound limit or?
We've got 20 acres,
Yeah, we do.
20 feet.
Yeah, we
past
it's all over the place. They can.
Gotcha.
They can just whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever. Right.
Hey, don't I get to read one? Which I couldn't if I
No,
wanted to.
you can't see anything.
I
I was going to
can't
let you
see
read one.
anything.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Mr. Rick Hughes.
Ray, just move your mouth right now. Our pass defense was among the worst in the league for much of the year, even with the great pass rush. A veteran would help a lot.
You didn't tell me they're beating State.
Why do I feel like there's a
That was awesome.
That was pretty good.
What you gotta do is you gotta do the one shot when Rick
No,
is
don't
reading.
do it.
All right, Rick. Go. Not Rick. Sorry. Come on, Andrew.
By the way, go back to that last one. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
please go back to that last
Yeah,
one. That
our
almost
pass
made my head
defense was
explode.
among the worst in the league for much of the year. First of all, Vea was out, but what are you talking about?
I was trying to ignore it. No, the pass defense wasn't doing that well. They were getting torched quite a bit. And Rick, you have to admit it too. They were not playing very good defense.
Only while Vea was out. And
Exactly.
because they had to use
He was
rotational
out
players
over-
to take that place.
He was out 2/3 of the year. But Rick, I got to give Rick the credit where it belongs. Atlanta game, second quarter, going into halftime, they came out, and he said, this team turned the switch. And I'm looking at him going, they were getting their ass handed to them in the first half. And I'm sitting there and I'm disagreeing with him. He says, I'm telling you, this team made a turn. Something happened in that third quarter.
Yeah.
Okay. Their defense did not play that well. They haven't been playing that well. And all of a sudden, that light bulb went on, and it seemed like the entire team played like an entire team.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah, that's the, and it's funny because the thing I was thinking about was, do you guys remember the conversation that apparently happened in a locker room with Sapp and I think it was Sapp, Lynch, and Brooks, or maybe just Sapp and Brooks.
It was actually before the game. I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
So they saw the.
Was it Oakland?
No, it was. I believe it was against San Diego. Was it not?
It was a West Coast team, but it was,
San
it was out in
Diego
San
or
Diego.
Denver. It was San
I
Diego.
don't remember this. What was the conversation?
Conversation was basically Sapp said to Brooks and everybody that was listening that this is not going to happen anymore. We're not going to be the sucks like Chris
Berman
Chris
said
Berman
the
was saying.
Yuccaneers or the Succaneers or something.
Succaneers,
Yeah.
Pre-game.
It ends now, basically.
Yeah, they said it ends now and everything changed.
Wow.
And that was the moment that happened.
Because it was a
with the
West
Bucks.
Coast game, and they
Yeah,
caught the
that
ESPN.
speech should be on the side of Raymond James right there.
Yeah.
You know what? Besides
That's
that
a great
speech, I
point.
wonder who actually, Rick, if you had to hypothecate, Leo word, who do you think was the inspirational speech at halftime during that Atlanta game? Because the defense
I think
always
Brady leads everything with this team.
It was Josh
Brady
Rosen.
leads everything.
He hadn't signed him off the practice squad yet, had they?
Where's Josh Rosen at?
I like that.
Yeah, it was Josh Rosen. That's who it was.
Rick, I had to give it back to you, bro.
Andrew, go for it.
I'll say this, and then I actually got to get out of here, gentlemen. We are 25th against the pass. I mean, yeah, whatever. But
Can you spell against?
Against?
Yes.
I love it. I love Andrew.
Do you realize, Andrew, you do realize where those stats come from, right?
Where what, sorry?
Where those 25th against the pass stats come from?
Where did that come from?
They come from the middle of the field. Between the 20s. What does it do? How is the pass scoring? What is that ranked?
Listen. They can have all these stats against the pass and stuff like that. What matters is when what needed to be stopped is when Carlton Davis and Jamel Dean and Sean Murphy Bunting and the safeties and even the linebackers to stuff like that. That's when it mattered. Yeah, I mean, hey, how many? What's his name? Herbert put 300 yards on us because we didn't know what the hell he was going to do.
Listen, they put a rookie. Yeah, no, Johnny is correct.
I don't care.
Yeah, Johnny.
And I'm not
correct.
disagreeing with Johnny at all. I'm just upping what he's saying for
Right.
sure.
I am not.
Yeah, you're getting blamed because you read Bucks Time 12's.
Yeah.
comment.
Oh, I believe it.
It's
I know.
funny. But
I didn't even realize that was what you
yeah,
did.
it's funny because
anybody that knows me knows that I'm not a statistic guy. Okay. And Rick and I had many debates about the Buccaneers' #1 rated rush defense. I debunked that about 150 different times. Okay. Statistics are exactly what they are. They are for people that like to read statistics.
Mhm.
You show me an effort and I will show you a winner. Okay?
Yeah, they're definitely the effort for.
I don't know because Jameis sure tried hard. I don't think that's true.
Now, well, you know what? Jameis may have tried hard, but, in defense of Jameis Winston, and that's the only time I'm going to do it. When you're playing from 14 to 17 points down going into the fourth quarter and you average 2 interceptions,
That's
literally.
effort. That was his effort, though.
Okay, but you're trying to fit instead of trying to hit a barn door from 20 yards away, you're trying to hit a plate glass window from 20 yards
Well,
away.
I'm gonna back Johnny.
Jameis
Dean up,
Winston
though.
still plays the game like a 14-year-old. He has a lot of
Exactly
issues. He wants to play. He wants to be the best and stuff, but he still has a 14-year-old mentality.
And I'm gonna back you up, Johnny Dean.
Well, he likes seafood too. He's from there.
crab legs.
Are we monster lobster or crab legs?
Monster lobster.
So I'm gonna back Johnny up. Is that if between the 20s counted, then Uncle Monty Kiffin, who goes into the Ring of Honor in 2021, wouldn't be as great, and the Buccaneers defense that won the Super Bowl 37 wouldn't have been as great because between the 20s, it was bend but don't break. But when you got inside of our 20-yard line, forget about it.
Andrew, go ahead and give everybody where they can find you. I know you got to go, brother.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for the time. It was nice to hop on with you guys. It saves me money from calling you guys.
You're awesome.
You can find me at North Sports Dynasty on all platforms, Facebook, Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get you guys some entries into the draws. I got signed jerseys. I got signed picks. I got signed cards. I got rookie cards. I got everything here for the episode 1 and throughout the rest of the season. We're giving away a Peyton Manning Broncos jersey. Not signed, but we're giving one of those away. We got other signed NFL jerseys coming up. I just got my DeAndre Swift one in here. I don't know where the hell it is, but I got a bunch of them just came in.
Hey, if you need them signed, I'll sign them for you.
You do on the Chinese ones I'll get. You just, nice little inscriptions for me.
Andrew, seriously, it's a pleasure. Keep doing what you're doing. You do great work. Even though you're a hoser from Canada, we love you, brother.
Dude, as always, Bucks Report is killing it. Peter King, it's always good to see you. As always, begging for the leg worked. Rick, I'll be talking to you soon.
He did.
Always Peter King. That goes back to like the first 3 or 4 calls me and Peter had way back in the day.
Absolutely.
Andrew,
one of the first callers.
You're the best. Stay warm up there. Stay healthy and be safe. That's
Love
most
you, brother.
important. Will you take care of yourself? Okay, man?
Take care.
I'll be seeing you guys soon. As once those borders open and once the game start, I'm getting down there somehow.
Lord,
you
come
got
on down. We got wings for you.
Hells yeah, boys. I'll be seeing you soon. Have a good one.
See you later, Andrew.
Andrew better bring something down with
What
him
a
too,
good
though.
guy.
Just so you know.
Oh, wait
got
a
rid
minute.
of
What did
Rick
I?
for?
I'm sorry, Rick. I didn't mean to do that to you.
Yeah, I was about to scoot too. I do have to go.
Oh, no. Do you really have to go, Rick?
I got like 5 minutes.
Well, that's
We're good. We're good. We're good.
It takes 5 minutes to tell everybody about it anyway.
What's that? Oh, Saturday 9:30 or Saturday at 8:30, or the relaunch of What's Cooking in the South. It's going to be refreshed. A lot of changes. A lot of it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Wait till you see. And then Sunday night at 8:30 is live from the cheap seats right here. And again, it's a refreshed, whole new version of the show, and it's a lot of fun. Lots of new goodies and shenanigans.
Shenanigans? I like shenanigans.
Yeah.
Where did Johnny Dean go?
He disappeared. He's gone. He's done.
No,
if he's gone, I'll stay. No, I'm kidding.
No, but seriously, I think
air,
honestly, I think what happened was that I accidentally hit him and removed him. Johnny, I'm really sorry.
No, I don't think he did because
I'm a rookie, Johnny.
He would have been in the lobby, bud.
I'm
so he got off. Yeah.
Going to the lobby.
Like going to the chapel.
Going to the chapel.
Wow.
Rick, just for you, a nice full shot of Ray Kennedy's legs.
Woohoo! Yeah.
All right, Rick, you have your
just for me. Thanks.
Rick.
It's just for men.
Hey, Rick. Good to see you, brother.
Rick,
Yeah, good to see you guys.
Thank
You guys have a great night, and Peter, I will catch you on Friday.
There you go, bud.
Perfect.
All right.
We'll talk to you later.
See you, Rick. Good stuff.
They're all gone. Now there's just us.
That's just us. How you want to read the rest of these comments
I
and
am
get out of
going
here?
to do this. Tampa will trade back to get more depth. I already seen that. Buck report. Our pass defense. We were like 2050. All righty. Tim Wotherspoon. Can Larry Fitzgerald fill in for Fournette? If he can, I like it. If not, no thanks. I think we're talking about two different type of players.
Positions. That's what he meant. Yeah, if you
made.
lose a Leonard Fournette, yeah.
That's true.
Ethan English. Godwin and Larry Fitz on third down. That's hands for day.
Yeah, hands for days. I agree.
Tim Wotherspoon. The dude looks like he's trying to hold a fart. Teresa Baxter. I love Teresa, by the way. She is awesome.
She is cool.
Larry, I think, is an interesting thought. Tim, if it smells like a fish, he'll take the dish.
finish
If it
that
smells
statement.
like cologne, he'll leave it alone.
God damn.
I never seen that. That is horrible.
I've never
Who wrote
seen
that?
that.
No, I didn't.
Jesus, that was my high school. That was in our high school creed.
Teresa Baxter.
Oh my God.
Is it me? Does the conversation always hit the gutter when I show up?
Teresa, poor Teresa. No, it
Poor
doesn't.
Teresa.
But she does come around at the worst time.
Teresa, let me tell you something. You're awesome. I really appreciate you spending time on our show here. Buck Time 12. Nookie machine right there. Buck Time 12.
Blame it
again.
all on the nookie.
All you need is an apple to complete the circle. I don't. Oh, now I get it. To pass the apple around, get it. You
Oh,
with the whole
jeez.
I didn't.
smoking out of an
Oh,
apple.
the
I'm getting
apple.
like a headache right
You are.
because I'm
You.
laughing so
Buck
much.
time. Shaq didn't get any better offers. I wouldn't say that. He never tested the market.
No,
Boom.
he
He never tested the
basically
market.
gave the Bucks a discount,
if
but
you-
then again, he won his grievance today for $1 million. So
And if you tell me he didn't get better offers, then I'm telling you, you don't know football. Because
Brownies.
I'm sure there were teams out there.
there are
talking.
probably
No, he
teams.
didn't talk. He
Well, I'm saying
from
there
what I
were teams
understand,
that
they
were
did-
calling his agent, but I'm sure
Right.
he wasn't taking those calls.
right, because he really wanted to stay with Tampa, which
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought was pretty good. Buck time 12. Brownies. Troy. Oh my God, no.
No.
Buck time. Andy Dalton beast mode. Thanks, guys. I knew you were going to throw this at me a little bit. Christopher Cole, you guys are off the chain. Yes, we are. Teresa. Hey, Rick. Rick's gone, Teresa. Teresa, I've been there. Troy, no thanks. Troy again. Sports Web till I die.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Teresa, isn't weird normal here?
Oh yeah.
Anytime we have the three amigos, it can get a little weird. Chris Williams, Regina,
Hey.
Hey.
Buck time.
Oh, wait, I
I
didn't-
tain't never been the Regina. Not I ain't. You know, we have ladies watching the show, okay? Just
My
to let you know.
neighbors.
I hate you guys.
I live here.
Christopher Cole.
I don't know how.
Peter looks like he got sunburn on the face. LOL. Buck time 12. With the 32nd picks, the Bucks select Peter Blake, Christian Barmore.
Boom.
Wow.
Christian Barmore.
I like it.
Buck time 12. Sue's next. I agree. Teresa, proud of you, Harry. Oh, thank you. We're proud of you too. I'm only kidding. Buck time 12. Jason will pick up a good back. I'm sorry. Jason will pick up a good backup quarterback at some point. I say draft one in the third round.
I think
really
it's.
do.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that. Depends on who's on the board, but yeah,
You
I
know
think
what?
they're gonna
If
go
you,
Blaine
get, if you
Gabbert.
get a chance to get a Trask in the third round, you
Mm.
got to take him.
maybe.
This team is in a position, guys, to take the best available player, even
Yeah.
with their first pick.
Yeah.
If they sign Sue, they're not in need of anything. I want you to tell me the last team that was able to do that. Come on. Tell
Well,
me.
I'll give
No.
you one need. The fact that we talk about Nunez Roches not being here and Vita Vea's injury putting us back so mad defensively, maybe defensive
And the loss
nose
of
tackle.
McClendon, possibly. That's
you
where
can
I
take
see
the best defensive
tackle.
lineman. It's not.
Well,
it's
no,
still
we
not a
can
need.
for developmental because we're dependent on that Vita Vea to be just there next year because that's your all pro right there. If
Yeah.
he doesn't make the Pro Bowl in 2021, then the Pro Bowl is as big a travesty as the college MVP was
Because
when
they're
Warren Sapp
not.
didn't
They're
win
not in the
Heisman.
same boat as say the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
Okay, where
Oh,
the number one
God.
pick, they have to have that quarterback.
Mm.
or
They-
anything. yeah.
They don't have to have a single player.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They can take best available. And then you can start picking your needs that you think you might need for depth in your second, your third, and so on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that
That's
first pick,
Jason Light,
in that first pick, I would take the best player available.
unless it's a wide receiver.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
Sucker broke the bank at $12 million. No, he didn't. He got paid finally. The secondary will be good next year, but it would help our depth to get a vet. You know what? That secondary played off the chain in the playoffs. That secondary is especially, and I called it in the middle part of the year. Who?
Mhm.
Sean Murphy Bunting.
Sean Murphy
the
Bunting.
backup, who everybody's like, oh God, he sucks. No, he doesn't. Don't ever lose that aggressiveness that he had, because that is exactly. He won 3 football games.
He
for
had
this
3
team this year.
interceptions, right?
And don't
One
forget-
against the Washington football
No,
team.
2.
One against.
He had 2 games that he won by himself.
Oh
that
yeah,
year.
but he had 3
He was the difference
interceptions in the post.
Well, don't forget
postseason.
how many teams drafted a defensive rookie in Antoine Winfield Jr., Tweez Jr., or Little Tweez, and possibly even have him in the discussion for Rookie of the Year. And Winfield was this close.
Yeah,
No, I get
A
it.
few more games, gets that interception against Rodgers.
agree.
A couple of more, and he's right in there.
I agree.
Troy again says he be hating on Winston, bro. I agree. Sports wed or bust. Troy again. Teresa Baxter. Night, guys. You know what? It is. It's about that time. Ray, I want you to go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you coming up on this weekend and give them your words of wisdom.
Just, everyone out there needs to know somebody cares tonight. Why don't you be the one to let them know? And if you've had too many, then maybe just do it tomorrow when you're sober. Happy
Peter?
St. Patrick's Day.
Definitely tune in to the evolution of Sports Talk Television live here on Bucks Report at 9:00 with yours truly. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about.
Thank you again for tuning in. What, my 5th or 6th show?
Yes.
It's the over and under with Harry the Greek. I promise you. As the weeks start to go on, not only is the show going to get better, we're going to talk a little bit more about gambling. We're going to talk not only about football, we're going to talk about the baseball season coming up. We're going to talk about so many different things, and let's try to have some fun and make some money. I had a really good year. I had great people. Thanks to everybody who left a comment. Thanks to the people who made phone calls, and especially big shout outs to my co-host sitting right over here and the people that joined us. I'm Harry the Greek. It's the over and under. Have a really, really good evening.